for an award. Barry Manilow reportedly has signed a staggering $60 million deal to perform at the Las Vegas Hilton.
Oh, my gosh.
So, the songs that make the young girls cry could be coming as early as Valentine's Day.
The young girls of 60, 70 years of age are still crying over Barry Manilow songs, Terry.
Yes, they
and
are.
They paid $60 million for his act in Las Vegas.
Woohoo!
They're paying a lot for lounge acts these days, let me tell you.
Yeah,
That's the way to go.
Throwing their Depends up on stage. That's hot.
Yes. He looks at them, oh, great, more big bloomers. Wow. When am I going to get a thong or two?
I don't think that's what he's looking for.
Well, Oprah really pays off, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was on Oprah,
Yeah, he was.
and now he gets $60 million.
Way to go.
Man.
Jeez. Can we go on Oprah?
He was in the Key Arena a few years ago. Like 2,000 people showed up. The place was three-quarters empty.
You were there?
I made an appearance.
Okay. I was wondering how you only knew that.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you heard about it.
Mm-hmm. I heard it was going to be Limp Bizkit. Anyhow,
That's thought it was Barry White.
Yeah, that's right. All I can say is $60 million is a lot for Barry Manilow. Good job.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. That's $6 billion per inch on the nose there. Good job. Very nice.
Well, he'll pack them in, though.
Yeah. In Vegas?
He kind of fits Vegas for some reason.
All right.
I don't know why.
If they have a 60-seat auditorium, he'll pack them in.
Right. Which they probably do.
Okay. Very nice.
That's good, though.
How are you doing? You doing all right?
Good.
You packing them in there or what?
I'm packing them in.
All right. How are the newborns?
Okay.
How old are they now?
They're 3.5 months now. And
seems like it's yesterday they were born.
I know.
Yeah, they're sprouting like weeds.
Wow.
And they actually got shots yesterday for RSV, which is a respiratory little thing that goes around during the year.
Yes.
And I think she's kind of got a little bit of a, I'm worried about her because I think she may have, the beginnings of some kind of respiratory something.
Oh, Lord. Oh. Well, soon she'll be at the age where she'll be worried about you, Terry, so it'll all balance out.
Yeah.
So they got what? They got like some vaccine or something? Some flu vaccine kind of thing?
Well, it's not really a flu. It's for RSV, the respiratory thing, and it's called Synergen or something like that. But they have to get it monthly until like April or May because that's...
Again, the other vaccines?
They got
Don't give them too many vaccines too quick, Terry.
No, I know.
Are you reading about that?
I do.
All right.
I keep up on that, yes.
Okay, what am I telling you if you're keeping up on it? What does too many vaccines too quick do? What are they suggesting that it might cause?
Costs too much money.
No, autism.
No, it actually saves money. That's why people do it so quick. They try to get so many vaccines packed into so many visits. It's to promote savings and less appearances at the doctor's office. But you are absolutely right, Terry.
What do I win?
You win your children perhaps not getting autism at the rate that other kids are getting them. Because if you that's exactly what I was leading you towards, and you nailed it.
There you go.
So you are up to speed on the latest motherly trends.
Well, she may be a good mother.
Wow, wouldn't that be shocking?
All this time.
Come on.
David, sooner or later, she's going to get the learning curve down.
Okay, if she gets 2 more questions right, I'll believe it.
What else is going on out there, Terry? Do you have a stack of stuff already? Do you want to share some fine things with us? Go ahead on a Fractious Friday.
On a Fractious Friday?
All right. What do you have?
Eva Longoria, the desperate housewife that everybody thinks is so hot.
Right.
She has now been linked to Mario Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was last week or earlier this week I said she was dating
and she's
some
the one
director on her show, and now...
And she is the one having sex with the high schooler.
Yes.
Yes.
That's her.
And I'm hearing the Desperate Housewives are about to pull a strike.
Really?
Yes. They're so hot. They're number 1 in the ratings. They're all about to walk off the set.
No.
Because they signed 5-year contracts. And they want them ripped up so they can have more money.
And they got... Oh, wow. Well, I know they beat CSI, which...
Yeah, for the first time.
Of course. And she said they were number 1. They beat everybody.
Wow.
So I think there's going to be some kind of off-season struggle, and the producers of Desperate Housewives may say, hey, we'll have every year a new cast of Desperate Housewives. It'll be terrific. We'll be fine. See you later.
Oh.
Good luck getting work like before we hired you. Because all these ladies weren't exactly tearing it up on the Hollywood circuit before this show.
Right. Well,
they were all actually out there pounding the pavement for jobs. All 5 of them, or how many there are.
Well, Terry Hatcher was Radio Shack chick for a while.
Terry Hatcher wasn't burning up the bank with Radio Shack ads.
I know.
I don't know how many she made. I don't know. She wasn't exactly the spokesperson for Radio Shack. I think Shaquille O'Neal may have had more inroads than her. Mm-hmm. So maybe if that's the most successful out of the 5, one was making Radio Shack commercials. I think you just proved my point.
For a while. You're right, though. But for a while, she was with her and Howie, you know?
Her and Howie Long.
Right. And now it's Vanessa Williams and Shaq.
Howie Long threw a couple of quarters, and he cashed the big check.
Right.
But they were all, I just read this online yesterday, they were all 5 of them, the key 5 of the Desperate Housewives, or more like the main 4. They were all looking for jobs. They were all desperate
actresses.
Desperate Housewives.
Desperate income seekers.
Yeah.
And they all got very big strokes of luck with this show and them being hired by the producers of the show. And, of course, the show has done incredibly well. Mm-hmm. And, of course, the show's success can be attributed to the cast. But they'll say, hey, we got Heather Locklear waiting in the wings. We can hire Josie Bissett. We got new Desperate Housewives right behind you, honeys.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Mm-hmm. Will there be a new cast of Desperate Housewives next year? And if so, would the fans of Desperate Housewives stay aboard?
It'd be cool if they did it like somewhere else. Instead of Wisteria Lane, they could have it like in a trailer park or something.
Mm-hmm. Every year.
Different spot.
Every season, new housewives. Yeah. It's kind of like Lassie. Same dog, but different dog, huh?
Right.
Yes.
Sure.
Same name, different dog. Yeah. Many actors played Lassie.
Right.
And the viewers kept coming back for more.
They did.
Now, as a big fan of Desperate Housewives there, Raymond, are you ready to take on a new cast of 5 next season if you had to or no?
If the writings is fresh and there's someone as hot as Eva Longoria, yes.
Wow. So you're willing to acknowledge that there could be actresses out there that are as hot as Eva Longoria that you can embrace in your heart,
there aren't
amongst
many.
other places.
Vanessa Marcel is one that comes.
Vanessa Marcel! Hey, I'm going to. We got it right on deck here, honeys. You signed a contract.
Yeah.
We saved you from a life of frustration. And this is how you treat us? Get Heather Locklear on the phone, please.
Right.
But it's going to be an interesting battle. They want more money.
Well, hey.
We're number 1.
Terry probably doesn't even get her discount at Radio Shack anymore, so she could go back to that.
Yeah.
It could be a David Caruso situation.
Oh, yeah.
It took him 25 years to get back on stride.
Yeah, that's true. Because
So-
CSI Miami is
Redheads have
boosted
tougher
him.
lives, though.
It's going to be interesting. If the rumors, I just read it for the first time yesterday, that they're all planning on trying to seek more money.
Wow.
Because they're getting a little bit carried away with themselves, one might say. Or another person might say that they're just trying to get what they should have coming to them as a number 1 show. Not easy to be number 1 show amongst all the TV shows that are out there.
Yeah.
Maybe they should do it for a full season.
Yeah.
They've been number 1
For
for
like a couple years,
They've
maybe.
been number 1 for 10 minutes, and they want what's coming to them. So we shall see.
Should be interesting.
We could go by the wayside of the Queer Eye guys.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah.
Queer Eye was pretty hot there for a second. Mm-hmm. Those guys didn't even ask for more money. They were too busy being queer.
They could be Desperate Housewives, too. Probably.
Yes, that'll be the new cast. There you go.
The T-Man. Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber.
Hey, what's up? It's Q.
The T-Man. 1-866-663-T-Man.
Wow. I can't believe I'm winning an award for this.
No, not for that. Paris Hilton won an award for the big catchphrase of 04.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you.
It's hot. It's hot.
Of 04.
It's a new catchphrase of 04. We didn't know that phrase existed before 04, Terry. And
Really?
Paris Hilton very generously brought it to our regular way of speaking.
Thank you.
Hilton was back to blonde when she hit the red carpet, but filled me in on the secret to her recent switch to brunette.
Burnett.
I was in San Francisco with my parents.
Rob Burnett, producer of Survivor.
I was in San Francisco. It was my parents' 25th anniversary this weekend, so we went there for the weekend, and I was just getting mobbed. So I ended up going to a wig store and buying like 10 different colored wigs.
Right.
Did anybody recognize you with the darker hair?
Yeah, but I pretended I was Fiona Hilton. I'm like, I'm the daughter from London. I'm like, I've never been to LA, and like everyone believed me. I had a British accent.
Can I hear your British accent?
Hello, I'm Fiona Hilton from London.
Yeah, that was...
It didn't sound any different, Terry.
I know. I was waiting for something different.
Terry,
But...
you want to hear my British accent?
Please.
Top of the morning to you?
Oh, wow, that's really good.
Isn't that great?
God, that was hot, T-Man.
Yeah,
I had a brother.
Let's all try a British
Steven,
accent.
that's bloody good. Thank you.
I've never been to LA, and like everyone believed me. I had a British accent.
Can I hear your British accent?
Hello, I'm Fiona Hilton from London.
That's very good, Terry.
Wow.
I almost felt like I was in grand old England. Isn't that terrific?
She's very good.
It's all over at that Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
I thought it was Paul McCartney myself when I heard that.
Well, she's got to be feeling good about things these days. Of course, you know she was featured on South Park, Terry, and what an honor that is.
I didn't know.
Yes. You didn't watch South Park
I'm
on...
not a South Park watcher.
Oh, Terry.
I hear you guys talk about it. And,
Maybe it's a little out of your demo, but for us, it's all we can...
Yeah, I know you guys find it quite
All we can look
humorous.
forward to week, Terry. Without South Park, I don't know what our lives would be, honestly. I'm trying not to sound facetious when I say that. I'm being very serious. South Park is king.
Really?
All right?
Might have to get into
And
it.
did they just nail it on this week's episode or what?
Dialed in.
Unbelievable.
Fighting the good fight.
We have some audio clips if you need to hear it, Terry, so you
Oh,
don't feel like you're
good.
out of the loop here.
Yes, I'd love to.
Do you want to hear Paris Hilton's appearance on South Park?
I'd love to.
Okay, well, let me set up the scene here, Terry.
Okay.
Yeah, she visits South Park to open up well, apparently on the storyline, for the storyline's purposes, she was opening up a chain of stores called, what they call it, Stupid Dirty Whores?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Oh, stupid dirty horse.
Well, it's all the rage, Terry.
Stupid spoiled whore. I think, or
Stupid
something.
spoiled
I don't know.
whore stores because all the young girls want to shop there. They need to be in. They need to. And the reality is, as much as you laugh at the concept of that, how far away are we from a store called Stupid Dirty Whores opening up and all these 13-year-old girls going running for all the clothes?
Yeah, not far.
Okay.
Definitely not far.
The only thing missing is the sign outside.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
God, get me out of this hick town. What a bunch of rednecks.
Oh, jeez. That's Paris right there, Terry. She's not too happy with South Park, yes.
She has a good South Park accent, though.
It sounds like she has a retainer in, though, or something.
Well, that was her British accent, Steve.
Wow, look at all this great stuff. Stupid spoiled whore clothes.
Stupid spoiled whores, that's it. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
there you go.
Stupid spoiled horse.
Hotshot takes notes during the show, and I don't. I thought it was stupid dirty whores.
In college, I didn't need any notes,
Better
but-
to be the stupid dirty horse,
Yes,
right?
I think once I went to bed that night, Terry, it was stupid dirty horse in my mind. Mhm.
Wow, look at all this great stuff. Stupid spoiled whore clothes. Stupid spoiled whore dolls. Hey, check it out. The new Paris Hilton perfume. Skank.
Skank.
QUE, by the way, at the end of it.
Yes.
To make it, fancy.
Oh, Terry, don't laugh. Don't pretend like you wouldn't put a couple of drops of skank behind your ears there.
Absolutely. Gotta have some skank on me.
Oh, geez, Terry. It's safe to say you haven't been out of the loop in that area for about 20 years now. Okay.
Hey, check it out. The new Paris Hilton perfume. Skank. Oh, yeah, lots of that. You guys, don't buy this stuff. Why do you want to be like Paris Hilton? It's not just Paris. Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Tara Reid, they're all stupid spoiled whores. But the idea that we'll be whores for money is belittling to our gender. Wendy, get a clue.
See, what's happening there, Terry, because you're not seeing the video along with this, and I
Right.
know it's hard to follow. One girl, who's the smarter of the girls,
Of the group?
that she's trying to do her best to talk them out of the craze that is, well, seeming like it's all around us these days, the stupid spoiled whore craze, Terry.
Uh-huh.
Yes, as led by leader-in-chief, Paris Hilton,
Okay.
and her perfume, Skank. Stephen, did you see this?
I did not. No.
Ah, what a shocker. You and Terry were out on South Park.
It's on
What a dramatic conclusion it had, by the way. I don't even know if we can even play the audio on that.
I don't know how you describe it.
Right!
Wow, must have been a good one.
All I can say is, Terry,
Yeah?
the reruns throughout the week,
Yeah?
you may want to check it out.
Okay,
All right?
I'll look it up.
Yes, a surprise dramatic conclusion at the end of South Park.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
As Paris Hilton taken down in a whore-off.
Oh, wow.
There was a horror?
Oh, Terry!
Wow.
Does she go, you got whored?
It made my Posedown Seam Elementary, Terry.
Really?
A whore off and Paris Hilton lost.
Who'd she whore off with?
Oh, Terry, I don't even want to spoil it for you.
Oh, okay.
All right, it's available on all cable channels.
Okay.
Cartman, is it?
No, it's not Cartman. Cartman was kind of, he was kind of AWOL on this episode,
Yeah,
except for a
most of the
little
boys
cameo, yeah.
Except for when he was trying to get invited to the party.
Right, that was funny, though. I guess.
Hey, Cartman's real cool. He should be invited to the party.
That's right.
The idea that we'll be whorish for money is belittling to our gender. Wendy, get a clue. The only thing more important than being rich is being famous. Wow, you really sound like a dumb brat, Day-Day. Thanks, Annie.
Oh, my God. Well, this place is... Oh, my God. Mrs. Falk, you're buying this stuff for your daughter?
It's what's in right now. I can't have my little girl be the only one not in the trend. She'll be unpopular.
Unpopular? If she's not a whore? But these are our girls.
I think it's empowering for them. I mean, sure, if a man wants to be a whore, it's normal. But if a woman wants to be one, it's wrong.
Okay.
See, Terry, it brings right to the forefront the debates of today. That's what South Park does. That's its worthiness in American society today, Terry. It takes the hard-hitting issues and it puts it right in your face there. And you're not even watching. Well, Terry, that's why you're as out of the loop as you are, Terry, because you're not watching the shows that are discussing today's issues. Do you hear this debate going on between two parents?
I do.
Are you taking a side here or no?
I'm just taking it all in.
Because they take calls at the end of the show, and the listeners give their thoughts.
I think it's empowering for them. I mean, sure, if a man wants to be a whore, it's normal. But if a woman wants to be one, it's wrong.
Well, when a man sees standing up, it's normal. But when a woman does it, it's weird.
Yes, Terry. When you pee standing up, it is a little weird, but hey, more empowering for you, then go for it.
Right. Okay. That's what it sounds like. I'll try that next break. All right.
Okay. Something says you already tried it in the last break, but that's okay, Terry.
Yeah, like when men shave their balls, it's fine. But when a woman does it, she's strange.
And you're clean shaven, so you won't have to do that during the next break. So that's fine, Terry. Okay. So you can obviously see, Terry, you missed out on a great Paris Hilton episode. All the controversy she started there in South Park is still resonating as we speak through that small town.
Mm-hmm. I'll have to catch the rerun.
Now, you think Paris Hilton watching it, as bad as they made her look on the show, honestly, do you think when she sits back and watches South Park this week, she's happy with what she sees?
Absolutely not.
You think she's sitting back there going, man, I'm so damn popular. They made me like the total focus of South Park. And yeah, they made me look kind of dumb, but this is so cool. Or do you think she's going, is that who I am?
I think she hates every second.
She had to hate every second of it.
Wow.
They made her look so ridiculous.
Wow.
They made her look so trashy, stupid, anything you want to tack on top of that, Terry, that she has to be sitting back. She has to know, obviously, that she's going to be featured ahead of time on South Park. She has to be watching on Wednesday night, and she has to be saying to herself, I got to change somehow. This cannot continue.
Wow.
It was that embarrassing to her.
And he went out of their way to make sure you know she has a big nose.
As cool as it has to be like featured on South Park, as bad as they made her look, she had to just want to jump off a cliff.
Yeah, it was awful.
Wow.
Steven, you agree?
Sure. Yeah, I didn't see it. I would think that she would love any sort of press like that.
You would think that, Steven, and I would have agreed with you if I had not seen the episode.
And I have not.
But
So
after
that's why I
watching,
agree with myself.
After watching what was just a mere half hour, even that small time frame was more than enough to just trash the hell out of her in every angle you could possibly go after her in. To the point where she just had to want to just crawl into a hole. Right.
Must be a good episode, then.
Oh, wow.
You just gave the ending away, is what you said.
Well, you watch it. Yeah, kind of gave away the ending. You watch it, Stephen, and you tell me if we're wrong.
Okay.
All right? Because the old adage of no publicity is bad, or all publicity is good publicity, or whatever, however it goes, doesn't apply here.
Okay.
All right?
Well, it must be really bad then.
I can't think Paris Hilton is loving the way they displayed and portrayed her on South Park this week.
So she's not running out telling her friends, hey, I'm going to be on South Park, watch me.
I think she might have ahead of time, but then...
And then all of a sudden she's calling them all up, going, turn it off.
Right. As soon as possible.
Never
They
mind.
can't do that to me.
Yeah.
I'm Paris Hilton.
Just as vicious as you could possibly get.
Even if they would have changed her name, you still would have known who they're talking about.
Right.
They didn't do that. Paris Hilton.
Are they
they
usually?
say it. You
Are
know?
they usually?
Well, they can.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Are they usually that vicious with certain stars that they?
They're usually vicious, Terry.
Right.
This has got to be the most vicious they've gotten with any star that they've portrayed. Even when P. Diddy did that Voter Die, Mother Effer, Mother Effer, Voter Die, they didn't portray him in the greatest of lights. But he still has got to be like, oh, this is cool. Look at the way they're doing me on South Park. To be on South Park, Terry, or maybe we're overrating it after all these years of it's being on, but I still think it's pretty big time.
Michael Jackson, believe it or not, got off pretty easy, too, on that show. Easier than you would think. I mean, they really could have hit him hard.
Paris Hilton just got dragged through as much mud as you could have ever imagined in the greatest swampland of Alabama, Terry.
Wow. Okay.
She must have turned down Trey for a date or something like that at one point. Is that the guy's name?
Trey Parker?
Yeah.
I think you're onto something, Stephen.
So he's taking it out.
But I think it was more Matt Stone. Gotta watch it.
All right.
As much as it might pain you, Terry, because of its graphic nature,
Yeah?
you have to sit through it.
Okay.
All right.
I will.
Okay.
Graphic/juvenile nature.
Oh, jeez. No.
Don't forget the juvenile.
You'll see after watching the full half hour, Stephen, it was of the utmost maturity.
Yeah, for some reason I believe that.
All right? Trust me on this one.
Okay.
Right.
You didn't sense the tinge of snobbiness by Steven saying we're immature for watching South Park?
It's fine. He just feels jealous because he's not in the loop, but that's fine. He wishes he was in the South Park crowd.
Oh.
That's how I see it.
Okay.
But he can't pull it off. He's going to sit there just confused, not laughing, and realizing that he's just not where he needs to be.
It's probably true. But I've grown to accept that.
All right. Apparently not.
God, get me out of this hick town. What a bunch of rednecks.
That's as good as they portray her to the whole half hour, Jerry.
That's the best?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll have to see it.
I'm just asking. I mean, she can't be sitting back watching and loving what she's seeing, right or wrong?
There's no way she likes it.
Okay.
I mean, there's no way.
As dumb as she is, she's got to be picking up on, okay, this is just as embarrassing as I've ever been in my life, right?
I mean, they even picked on the relationship between her and her pet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. The little chihuahua?
Yeah, the pet commits suicide, Terry, because he's...
She's always dressing him up and stuff.
Right.
Putting perfume
Being
on
carried
him.
in the purse too much?
Yeah.
Right, he hates his life.
Didn't even Saddam Hussein like how he was portrayed?
Yes.
You're right.
Loved it. Everyone was portrayed a lot more in glowing terms than Paris Hilton was.
The T-Man.
Okay, that does it. Screw you guys, I'm going home.
The T-Man. 1-866-663-T-Man.
This ex-teacher's name is Deborah LaFave. She is 24. The alleged victim is 14 years old, 10 years age difference.
Oh, yes.
It is raw.
Thanks for the math there.
That's easy math.
You know what is being discussed here, right? You know how this is starting to come now to some type of resolution, or at least they're in the process.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Deb LaFave teacher in, is it Florida? It's Florida, right?
Oh, yeah.
Always Florida.
It's either Florida or Washington. Pick a corner. You have a 50% chance.
Right.
Crazies just move out to the edge.
Right. If you're not aware of what has happened, apparently this is the newest and best teacher/student sex scandal that is still unresolved.
Right.
This is now my favorite teacher sex scandal.
And this one involves a little bit of a younger teacher with a 14-year-old boy, and this teacher may surpass Mary Kay Letourneau, even back when Mary Kay was 33 and in her sex with student prime. She may even surpass the good looks that Mary Kay Letourneau had back in those days, Terry.
Wow.
If you've seen pictures of Deb LaFave, and that's saying something, yes.
Yeah, she's very attractive.
Deb LaFave has got it good.
She's my fave.
Oh, yeah.
This teacher's name is Deborah LaFave. She is 24. The alleged victim is 14 years old, 10 years age difference. It is wrong. It is rape. It is considered battery on a person younger than 16.
Well,
and as we
thanks for the law little lesson there, kid. The reporter is not only doing the math for you, but he's telling you it's wrong, it's rape.
It's wrong, huh?
Oh, geez.
Giving you his opinion as well.
Billy Folau out there is going, what? He's such an old man. Come on. 14?
Right.
Try 12, buddy.
It is considered battery on a person younger than 16.
Oh.
And as we understand it now, Deb LaFave says she was crazy. That is what her defense will be. That
Yes, Terry, instead of, because they have her dead to rights, like on tapes, which they're about to play, they have audio tapes on her now. The only angle she sees that she has left that may provide her some avenue of freedom is that she was crazy.
She was
She was insane during all this, Terry. She's pleading insanity.
Mentally ill.
Right.
Huh? Okay.
I was having sex with a 14-year-old, but I didn't know what I was doing.
My head was all messed up.
I was crazed. You've heard insanity pleas in murder cases.
Right.
Never have we had an insanity plea in a teacher/student sex scandal. This is the first of its kind.
God.
The jury is supposed to sit there and buy, oh, yeah, she was pretty insane. Let's let her go. Temporary insanity. She's fine now. Let's have her, wish her a good life and send her on her way. It's a nice try, right? She's looking at 30 years, this woman, Terry. She's a 24-year-old woman. She's a young woman in her own right.
Yes.
And she's staring 30 years in the face.
Well,
it is wrong. It is rape. It is considered battery on a person younger than 16.
The people out there, the viewers, going, oh, okay. For a second there, I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
But it's wrong and it's rape. Thank you, Mr. Reporter.
Now I'm going to turn the channel.
It is wrong. It is rape. It is considered battery on a person younger than 16. And as we understand it now, Deb LaFave says she was crazy. That is what her defense will be, that she was insane. A short while ago, the county prosecutor here in Hillsborough County did release a portion of some recorded transcripts, secretly recorded conversations between the alleged victim, the 14-year-old boy, and 24-year-old Deb LaFave.
Right.
The boy's voice has been digitized. It has been disguised so as to not release his identity. Remember, he is a minor.
Very nice of them, Terry.
to digitize
They're
the voice.
going to, yes.
So
completely
he's unrecognizable.
make him unidentifiable, exactly. Because this is wrong, this is rape, this is battery. And she kept going and going and going.
Like the Energizer Bunny.
But you can't blame her. No, you can't. We didn't realize until yesterday when the news came out that she was crazy during all this, Terry.
Come on.
She was crazy in love.
Crazy for him. She touched him once, and she knew it was true.
Wow. She's going to use insanity.
Mm-hmm.
Good try, though.
Yes. You know I love to work a good song in, Terry.
Yes, I do.
And as we understand it now, Deb LaFave says she was crazy. That is what her defense will be, that she was insane. A short while ago, the county prosecutor here in Hillsborough County did release a portion of some recorded transcripts.
Swaying on as the music starts.
Right.
Strangers making the most of the dark.
Is 14 years old.
Bodies become one.
10 years age difference.
I see you through the smoky air.
It is wrong. It is rape.
You feel the weight of my stare.
It is wrong. It is rape.
So close but still a world away.
10 years age difference.
Dying to say that I'm crazy for you. Touch me once and you know it's true.
It is wrong. It is rape.
Never wanted anyone like this. It's all brand new.
Yes. You know I do.
I'm crazy for you.
16 years old, 10 years age difference. It is wrong. It is rape. It is considered battery on a person younger than 16.
And not good enough.
10 years age difference. It is wrong. It is rape.
Yeah, it still is, Terry. Oh, that's my favorite part, Terry.
Watch out.
Oh, I'm reading, baby.
It is wrong. It is rape.
Oh, I believe you. Terry, this was a married woman, too. Did we mention that?
Yes.
This was a woman who was basically a newlywed.
Right.
She touched him once.
And boy.
That was true.
Yes.
And it only cost her 30 years of for freedom. We knew you were.
Did release a portion of some recorded transcripts, secretly recorded conversations between the alleged victim, the 14-year-old boy, and 24-year-old Deb LaFave.
Yes.
The boy's voice has been digitized. It has been disguised. So as to not release his identity. Remember, he is a minor.
Yeah.
This conversation lasts about 30 seconds. Here's a snippet of it. Take a listen.
Oh, I love a good snippet, Terry. Don't you love a good snippet?
Love snippets.
Okay.
Unless I'm at a circumcision.
Mm-hmm.
Which I go to from time to time.
Now, why? I'm curious. He doesn't make it clear. Maybe he does later in the little newscast here. How did they get a secretly recorded tape? Not only was the 14-year-old screwing this teacher, but he was secretly recording conversations that they had. Is that the deal?
At some point, but there was stuff before that. Basically, this 14-year-old kid was bragging to his cousin that he was sleeping with a hot teacher.
Yes, he was.
And the cousin didn't.
I would be bragging too. Not only that, I wouldn't stop there. I would go to hilltops
And scream it.
and scream it at the top of my lungs.
Would you write "I heart Miss LaFave" on your peach?
Yes.
But you wouldn't want to get her in trouble, though. I mean, if you were...
I'm going to write that.
I don't think that was the
Thinking about
intention.
that, Stephen.
There's the fine line, Stephen, between bragging and telling all your friends exactly what you're doing, or else why do it, and trying to get her in trouble so it all comes to a crashing end. I'm sure he wasn't trying to make this come to a crashing end. You're right. Why would he?
Yeah.
This is what ended up happening. So he told his cousin, watch this. He called up Deborah LaFave. He said, let's get together.
So just to prove to his cousin and some of his friends that this was happening, he starts recording their conversations, and that's how this tape becomes...
No, that's not how it happened. Basically, he called up Deborah LaFave when his cousin was there, and he said, come pick me up. She came, picked him up in her little Jeep with his cousin there.
Little Jeep.
Now, she let the cousin drive while him and the teacher had sex in the backseat.
I know that part. I just asked you how the conversation became available.
Okay.
What was the inspiration for
that
them?
point.
Okay.
The cousin ended up telling his mother, narking on his own cousin, telling his mother.
Yes.
And then the mother called the cops, and then the cops cornered the kid and told him that he had to tape some conversations.
He had to start taping it.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Gotcha.
So he took his little tape recorders.
He'd still be having sex with her if the cousin didn't ruin it all.
Cousin ruined everything for him, Terry.
Cousin?
I hate family.
It all
I know,
stems from jealousy. Because the cousin had to be the driver.
Right.
He was a chauffeur, while his own cousin is in the backseat screwing a hot-ass teacher.
What?
So he tells his mom, who tells the cops. Is that the chain
his
of
auntie or
command
whatever,
here?
yeah.
Yes.
That's ridiculous. They were doing it in front of people.
Well, maybe.
That's the weirdest part.
Well, I mean,
Maybe he should have offered the cousin a chance.
Well,
a little turn.
maybe Deborah LaFave wasn't that crazy. Maybe she wasn't into the cousin. Maybe he was the ugly cousin, Terry. There's always an ugly cousin in the family, and nice to meet you. How are you?
Right.
Terry, maybe she wasn't having it.
Okay.
You drive, and I'll do this guy.
Okay, because I'm more attracted to him.
The boy's voice has been digitized. It has been disguised.
Yeah, we get the point.
So as to not release his identity. Remember, he is a minor.
Yeah, we still get the
this
point.
conversation lasts about 30 seconds. Here's a snippet of it. Take a listen.
You're being weird.
How did Nicole Smith get a part of this?
Okay.
That's the teacher?
Sounds like it.
Mm-hmm. Ah.
Oh, you're being weird. Are you sure? Like, I just feel, I mean...
The boy's been so digitized, he can't even understand what he's saying. Man. That's what?
He sounds like Donnie the Midget a little.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, you're being weird.
What time you coming over, or something like that.
Okay.
I think that's what he says. We'll play it one more time.
Oh, you're being weird.
But she sounds naked and twisting her hair and rolling around in bed, doesn't she?
Definitely.
That is the naked, just sprawled out in bed and playing with your hair kind of sound, isn't it?
Yep.
I know that sound, Terry.
Yes, you do.
I'm on the phone a lot.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Sprawled out, twirling your hair.
Sure, Terry.
Butt naked.
There you
I
go.
love how her unsuspecting husband is at home, you know, pulling weeds or something. No idea what's
Mow
going
in the
on.
backyard.
No, he doesn't pull weeds in the backyard, Terry. But he's pulling weeds, yes.
Oh, you're being weird. Are you sure? Like, I just feel, I mean, I don't want you lying to your mom. I mean, it's like...
Well, that doesn't sound like an insane woman to me, Terry.
No.
She wants to make sure he has clearance from his mom to have sex with his 24-year-old teacher.
Right.
Now, was she just like a substitute? What grade was this? Was she just like one little subject or one little class that he had? Or at 14, don't you have a bunch of different, different classes?
Mm-hmm, you do.
Was she homeroom? Was she a French teacher? Was she what?
I
Does
can
it
try to
say?
research that.
I know we still have pictures of her. If people are not aware of what she looks like, if you want to see this teacher that, in our opinion, yes, surpasses the hotness that Mary Kay Letourneau established back in the day, Terry.
Right.
Go to www.thetmanshow.com. Stephen, those pictures, correct me if I'm wrong, are still up there, correct?
They are correct, yeah.
If you go to www.thetmanshow.com and you click on the latest.
Yeah, it's on the bottom. You got to scroll all the way down.
Scroll all the way down.
So
See a nice picture with her and her husband.
So she's the new high bar when it comes to hot teachers having sex with students.
Yes, if any teacher out there wants to establish herself as the hottest teacher to screw her students, they're going to have to clear the high bar that has now been reset by Deborah LaFave,
Gotcha.
who was terribly insane when this all happened, and we should all excuse her for her actions. Right. And, Steven,
yes.
The picture we have of Deb LaFave on the latest of the TManShow.com is the one where she's on her wedding day with her husband, or what?
Well, no, they're on the beach, I believe, and then the next one is her mugshot is on there as well.
And the mugshot is not as flattering usually as other candidates.
No, the one with her husband, I mean, she looks really good.
Should hire the wedding photographer to take the mugshot.
Yeah, it's not like the police department does that.
They had Yen Louie taking mugshots.
Right.
Things would be a lot different.
Oh, you're being weird.
Huh?
Are you sure? Like, I just feel, I mean...
She sounds like the 14-year-old Terry.
I know she does.
And he sounds like the teacher. What time you coming over? You want to get an A or what?
Are you sure? Like, I just feel, I mean...
These are the sounds of teachers these days, Terry?
I guess so.
I'm ready to go back to school.
Yeah.
Man, my teachers were like, Robert! I didn't have,
Screaming at
I didn't have to. While they were pulling my hair,
And hitting you in the back.
I don't remember hearing teachers that sound like this.
Are you sure? Like, I just feel, I mean...
Yeah, I'm sure, baby. Trust me on this. That's always the answer. Trust me, I got it covered. Yeah, I'm sure.
Make a great 14-year-old.
You want sure, you come to me. I'm your man of sure. Huh? Right. That's when they start hanging up.
Are you sure? Like, I just feel, I mean...
That is.
I don't want you lying to your mom. I mean, it's like...
She's gone in the bedroom all day.
You sure?
It's such a good job digitally enhancing his voice that you can't even understand what he's saying, if he's speaking English or what. Do they give subtitles?
I know.
Do they have subtitles? I'm serious. Do they give subtitles when they're playing this dude's voice or what?
I just printed something with the actual transcript of it.
Oh, I have a transcript here?
Wow.
Wow. Are the T-Man art players coming out?
Oh, jeez.
Jimmy Fred doing some work.
Whoa.
Yeah, but this isn't the portion of the transcript that I'm listening to here. Oh, yeah, here it is.
Uh-oh.
I did
Wow, he does sound like Donnie.
Let me go back to the beginning and see where, because there's a longer.
Oh, you're being weird.
Ooh,
Does
you're-
it say that it?
Yeah, it
she's
says
breathing?
the way they spell the first sound that you
Uh-huh.
hear on this audio tape, right there,
Yeah.
is EWWWWW.
Ew.
Yes. Ew, you're being weird.
That's how I spell ooh, too.
Unidentified boy. So what time are you planning on heading over? LaFave, are you sure? Like, I just feel, I mean, I don't want you lying to your mom. I mean, it's like, boy, unidentified boy. No, it's all right. She's inaudible all day. It has,
Well, they can't even understand
yeah,
it.
open parentheses, inaudible, close parentheses, all day. She's inaudible all day.
I've been there. It's a nice place.
Mm-hmm.
The cops are like, what?
Stephen is inaudible all day, too. Yeah, even the cops listen to this boy's bit of the audio tape and can't figure out what the hell he's saying.
How'd you ever get laid, kid? You can't even talk.
They were saying we should have wrote it down before we digitized it.
Oh, you're being weird.
So what time you plan on heading over?
Are you sure? Like, I just feel, I mean, I don't want you lying to your mom. I mean, it's like,
No, that's all right. She's gone in the bedroom all day.
you sure?
She's sabbath all
Sounds
day.
like she's gone and then something.
Oh, Terry speaks inaudible. Terry's fluent in inaudible, ladies and gentlemen. That's her first language.
No, that's all right. She's gone in the bedroom all day.
That's what you get? I can't hear a thing he's saying there, Terry, but you got it all figured out.
No, that's all right. She's gone in the bedroom all day.
Sure?
She's pounding the landlord upstairs all day.
Yeah.
Is that
No,
what
what I got
That's
in the
what I get
beginning
out of
is that's all right. She's gone, and then I can't understand that.
No, that's all right. She's gone in the bedroom all day.
Sure?
She's sodomite of a sodomite
There you go.
all day.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's all right. She's gone in the bedroom all day.
Hey, what's up? If this is a T-Man, f***ing beat it.
Oh my gosh.
Same guy, right, Terry?
Yes.
No,
Donnie's
that's
a
all right. She's gone in
14-year-old.
the bedroom all day.
Sure?
Yeah.
Promise?
Yeah.
Pinky promise.
Yeah.
Wow, I don't remember my teachers making me pinky promise back,
Back in
when
the
I was
day.
14, Terry.
But if they had, would you have?
Oh, half pinky will travel, Terry.
Good to know. Can't cross your toes when you pinky promise.
Promise. Yeah. Am I getting laid? Pinky promise? Yeah. I'm getting laid, right? Man. 24-year-old teachers, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Do they rule or what?
Obviously they do.
You talk to them after class, and they're throwing lines at you like...
Promise?
Yeah.
Pinky promise.
Yeah.
Now, the fact that he sounds like the more mature of the two, Terry.
No, isn't
Shouldn't that have
scary?
been a red flag or an alarm going off for the school administration, like, before this whole sex scandal went down?
Probably.
Even though he's been digitized to the point where you can't even understand what he's saying. It just seems clear that he sounds more of the mature of the two, and he's 14.
Because he's had
Pinky
good teachers
promise.
all this time.
Right. She's such a good teacher, don't you know? She's putting them in accelerated classes. You're right, Stephen.
Promise?
Yeah.
Pinky promise.
Yeah.
Say pinky promise.
Pinky promise.
All right, well, tell me a time.
That's all it takes to get laid is say pinky
It's
promise.
pinky, say pinky promise.
Now check the box if you like me.
I've been buying drinks and stuff this whole time.
And then she comes racing on over in her Jeep.
Yeah.
And or in whatever car is
He said a Jeep.
in her Jeep, and the cousin drives while they're screwing in the back seat, Terry.
It sounds way bizarre. That ex-teacher again, Deb LaFave, a couple of days ago, you see her there. She was at her pre-trial hearing in this county courthouse, said nothing. Her lawyer's the one who did all the talking. LaFave was a reading teacher.
That was a good move. I don't think she should be defending herself.
No.
Your Honor.
Pinky promise.
Right.
Yeah, I think you promise I won't do it again.
Can I go now?
LaFave was a reading teacher at a middle school in Temple Terrace.
Oh, of course.
Reading teacher.
Right.
She is charged with 2 counts of lewd and lascivious battery on a person younger than 16. LaFave is accused of having sex with the boy. Police say they have statements from the boy as well as his cousin. Both told cops she had sex with a student inside a portable classroom at the school.
Man, are those lascivious batteries included, Terry?
I guess so.
Lascivious battery, that sounds kind of cool.
You still need reading at 14? If you're in a reading class at 14.
Well, when you have teachers like this, you need it up to senior year of high school.
So you're 40,
She's charged with 2 counts of lewd and lascivious battery on a person younger than 16.
Wow.
LaFave is accused of having sex with the boy. Police say they have statements from the boy as well as his cousin.
I'm going to give you that 9-volt lascivious battery, baby.
Wow.
Both told cops she had sex with a student inside a portable classroom at the school.
A portable classroom? What is that? You flush it when it's done?
No, it's like it looks like a little
It's like
trailer.
an annex, yes, like a little trailer.
Yeah.
Is that right?
It's separate from the school.
We have trailer park schools now, is what you're telling
Well,
me.
every
it's
school
cheaper
has.
than building a new building.
Yeah.
Just bring in the old trailer.
Right.
Back in the day,
Seriously.
That's
they
where
made
our-
taxpayers pay for those buildings.
They did.
Now they just roll in a makeshift classroom, huh?
Sure
If you're in a reading class of 14, you're in a portable.
There you go.
All right, that's where those kids go.
True.
Don't touch anything in that classroom.
Both told cops she had sex with a student inside a portable classroom at the school, at her apartment, inside her SUV. LaFave also had worked for a while as a model. She was 18 years old. Photographer snapped a couple of pictures of her. You're taking a look at some right there.
No, we're not, damn it! They have pictures of her modeling?
No, that's right. I think I saw a picture. They showed a picture of her like with a motorcycle. She was a motorcycle model or something in a bikini.
Well,
or
every
something
woman
like
has a
that.
picture of herself on a motorcycle, Terry.
Well,
This one was good, though?
Yeah.
Yes.
She looked really, really
Don't
good.
pretend like you who don't have a little
I admitted that I
page
thought
of an
she was-
album somewhere deep in the archives of your life that has you naked on a motorcycle, Terry.
Oh, yeah.
All right?
I'm on a hog.
Oh, jeez. I didn't ask about that part of the album, Terry. I'm talking about the motorcycle pictures.
That's further into the issue.
Mm-hmm. We even had to see Greg the Internet Guy's pictures on a motorcycle. Because he was so kind as to send them to us. You remember that?
Wow. LaFave also had worked for a while as a model. She was 18 years old. Photographer snapped a couple of pictures of her. You're taking a look at some right there.
Wow.
Eventually, those pics appeared on the cover of a magazine called Makes and Models. The publisher said she just showed up, so he started shooting off some pictures.
Wow, that's all it takes to be a model these days?
I guess so. Show up and bam.
Just walk into some modeling studio right off the street. Jump on a Harley and you're good to go.
Yep.
These pictures look good?
Yeah.
Jimmy Fred's the one who laid down this story for us and our listening pleasure, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm also looking at her husband, good-looking guy. What does she need a 14-year-old for?
Uh-oh.
Don't knock it till you try it there, Jimmy Fred. Apparently, every woman needs a good 14-year-old these days.
I guess so.
Terry Freeze adding up the pluses and minuses on a little notepad right now herself.
Right.
Look at all of Darius's friends.
That's right. Your son is exactly 14. Is that right?
Yes, he
Can you imagine your son having a conversation like this with his 24-year-old teacher, Terry?
No.
I forgot that this is not only a story that seems like you're used to these days, but you have a 14-year-old son to relate this
Who
to.
has teachers that are 23, 25?
And your son's willing to pinky promise, right? Yeah, we taught him something, even though you won't let us near him.
Not pinky promising with any teachers.
Well, so you think, Terry.
I'm hoping, okay?
I bet you if you'd asked this dude's mom before this whole thing came out, Terry, she would have assured everyone that her son's not pinky promising in the backseat of some Jeep with any teacher either.
With a cousin driving?
But it turns out he was.
Yeah. God, that's crazy.
Wow. Now, I just saw Darian a few months ago, Terry, and I can't picture him in the backseat of a Jeep with a 24-year-old woman.
Yeah.
I can picture myself.
Of course you could. but at 14, remember.
Looks like a big pinkies, Terry.
Yeah, I bet you do.
That's right.
Makes and Models. The publisher said she just showed up, so he started shooting off some pictures.
Wow.
LaFave was arrested this past June after the boys' families became suspicious. They could tell something was wrong.
Right.
The mother of the boy who was allegedly raped confronted her son. He admitted what happened. She called the cops. Then the cousins told police what happened, how it allegedly began, and how long it lasted, right around 1 month. Come on back out here live.
Oh, jeez.
As we understand it, the story
Okay, I'm on my way.
Lord.
Wait a minute, let me get in my car.
News reporters are getting overly excited about the stories they're reporting on. Come out here live. Come on out here live. Or are they focusing too much on the school in the background? This guy wants his mug on TV for all his family to see. Yeah, I got the good stories. Man.
And how long it lasted, right around 1 month. Come on back out here live.
Right.
As we understand it, the strongest evidence against Deb LaFave, again, are the statements from the victim, the alleged victim.
Well, the fact that she's pleading insanity now, it tells us that they have more than enough evidence, and she and her attorneys are acknowledging that, and they're just throwing up a wing and a prayer to try to get her out of whatever jail time they can get her out of now.
Right.
Because she's on tape, pinky promising, Terry. Does the jury need to hear more? Weenie promise is all you need to hear, Terry. And can kiss her ass goodbye.
But do you really think she's going to get 30 years? I know she's facing it, but really, the reality is
30 years is a bit of a lengthy sentence that I don't think she'll have to serve.
Right.
She'll get a Mary Letourneau type sentence, Terry. She'll get 5 years, I'd say. Okay. Mary Letourneau got 7. I think she serves 5 when it's all said and done. She'll come out a 29-year-old woman.
Ready to go.
Completely reformed, rehabilitated, and ready to contribute to society.
Possibly gay.
Yes. But in the meantime, the trial continues.
Yeah.
Down in Florida, I believe they're back in court. As we speak right now, they're opening up those courtroom doors and hearing more audio tapes.
Very interesting.
What do you think she deserves?
What do I think she deserves? Teacher of the Year!
So you don't think it'll be a probation thing first and then...
I think, Terry, that this has gone on too long now. With all the stories that keep coming out, her probation was hearing about all the other teachers that have done this. All teachers are on notice now. You've gotten your probation. With all the high-profile, well-chronicled stories that have hit national airwaves, that's everyone's probation. You do this after all that's gone down, your ass is in jail.
You've already had your warning.
Unfortunately.
It's on the news every night.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I believe that's the case, Terry. Although I think these teachers are just the mere giving teachers that the world had a shortage of back when I was in school I was in high school in the late 80s. Seems like centuries ago now, Terry, with all that's changed.
Yeah.
Can't imagine Miss Porcu making me weenie promise.
Miss Porcu.
She had the right name for it, too, didn't she, Terry?
I Miss Porcu.
Yes.
You want to change it to Porcu.
That's right. I made many an attempt. But I just wouldn't pinky promise.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't get it, I guess.
The T-Man.
Have you seen my baseball?
Cube 93.
It's the Kings of Crunk. Lil Jon and me side, boys. We ready to rock them jingle bells for the KUBE 93. Lil
The T-Man. 1-866-663-T-Man.
Women won't be getting a female version of Viagra anytime soon.
The FDA says it needs more information.
Terry, you've been counting on that. You've been nating it.
I'm upset.
You're a woman whose years have moved on, and you could use a little help, right? Sure. This isn't Eastern Washington anymore, right?
Right.
They were teasing you. They were taunting you, suggesting that female Viagra was right around the corner, and now they're saying, no! Not going to happen anytime soon.
Women won't be getting a female version of Viagra anytime soon.
The FDA...
Only men.
Yeah.
That's why there's been a run on strip clubs by 75-year-old dudes.
Yeah. I'm soon.
The FDA says it needs more information before approving a hormone patch that's supposed to rev up a woman's libido.
Wow, you women have too many patches on anyway, right?
I know, we
You
got
need to be
patches for everything.
Walking around like a Girl Scout troop leader or what?
Rosalind Washington was part of a study on the testosterone patch and says it was the answer to her less than satisfying sex life.
Oh, I was about to say, where the hell is Rosalind Washington? But it's a woman's name.
But there is a Rosalind.
There is.
There is, yeah.
Really? Where the hell is Rosalind Washington?
In fact, there was a TV show that was...
Northern Exposure.
Northern Exposure was filmed there.
Yep.
All right.
It's like an hour east.
Okay.
Rosalind Washington was part of a study on the testosterone patch and says
One of those directions.
it was the answer to her less than satisfying sex life.
Right.
There was a noticeable increase in, my sexual desire.
Wow, so it worked for Rosalind Washington. It worked for a whole city, Terry, and yet they are putting the kibosh on any release date for the female sex patch.
Just physically and mentally, I just felt great.
But health experts say they want to make sure the patch is safe for long-term use.
Whatever. Women will take their chances.
Yeah, as long as we can have good sex, right?
Well, you tell me, Terry.
Sure. Who wouldn't, I guess?
Sure that you cannot relate to the type of woman who's had a shortage of good sex in her life, but try to suspend your normal patterns of thinking and try to get into the mind of a woman who, for a serious period of time, has had a drought as it pertains to any kind of sex, good, bad. She'll take bad at this point.
Right.
Just give me some sex.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you perhaps take a chance on a long-term health issue if you could have great sex for the next, let's say, 5 to 10 years? Of course you would! What else is living for?
Sex and sex only.
But they have to study this patch for another 50, 60 years.
Yeah.
Next weekend, they'll be using it in Salmon, Lasac, Washington.
Oh, wow.
Which is right next to Rockland.
Wow, Stephen, you're so well-versed on all the cities of our state.
Geography.
We're very impressed. What else is going on, Terry? What else is happening? It's a Fractus Friday, as you know, Terry.
Yes,
and
I do know it
I'm really close to open up these phone lines and finding out what people are thinking out there today, finding out what's on people's minds. 1-866-663-T-MAN is the number to call, as you know. That phone number is, as always, as usual, free! 1-866-663-T-MAN. Any issues, questions, problems, dilemmas, thoughts, or otherwise will be welcome in a matter of seconds. Terry, what do you have?
Interesting stat here. 63% of companies plan to curb drinking at holiday parties this year.
Curb drinking.
Yes.
At holiday parties. How do they plan to do that?
Well, there's a couple.
By not having them!
No. They will still have them, but this is how they plan on doing
They're
it.
going to have their company parties, but they have strategies to try to curtail the amount of drinking that goes on by their employees.
Right.
Too many pictures of photocopied asses the next week in the office has told them we got to try to slow down the drinking with our employees. We hired a bunch of lushes, and we need to do something about this.
Probably some inappropriate comments, too, I'm sure. First of all, they plan on serving only wine and beer, no mixed drinks, and
See, I can get just as drunk on wine as anything, Terry.
Uh-huh.
Yes. I drink wine like shots.
Oh, boy. Well, they're not going to give you shots either there, so.
All right. Well, they're giving me wine, though. I'm telling you, if they give me wine...
You're not a sipper?
Oh, no.
You're right.
Well, it depends how drunk I want to get. For me, the speed in which I drink wine will certainly have a toll on how drunk or how buzzed I'll get. I don't think I ever get real drunk, but I'll get buzzed to the point where it's almost like I'm drunk for a quick half hour unless I stop drinking.
Okay.
Are you getting my point here?
Gotcha.
All right.
All right.
Drink a glass of wine in a good 5 to 10 seconds, and I'm getting buzzed quick. Keep them coming, Terry.
Yeah?
And I'm photocopying right next to you.
Whoa.
Come here, boss.
That's all right.
My ass.
But 63% of companies are going to try to slow down the mixed drinks because most people, I acknowledge that most people can get a lot drunker, quicker using mixed drinks in their evening than they would if they were just drinking beer or wine.
Right.
All right. I'm just telling them to speed up the drinking on the wine and you'll be fine.
Right. They also plan on giving employees a limited number of bar tickets.
Drink tickets at Christmas parties.
Mm-hmm.
A little tacky or no?
They have them at most.
Yeah.
At most Christmas parties thrown by your office of choice, they'll hand out drink tickets.
I think it's their way of covering themselves.
You little children get 2 drinks.
Right,
Exactly.
Ration them throughout the night.
You get
I
drunk,
don't know.
get drunk and slam into a bus full of kids on the way home.
Yeah.
Don't blame us. I only gave you 2 tickets.
Right. That's all.
Mr. David, you want to say something? You want to tell us about another city you're aware of? Go ahead.
Right next to Lake Cochise.
Right.
That'd be great.
Well, at the time, I thought it was funny.
All right.
But can't all be winners like you guys.
Was there something you wanted to add or
About
no?
some of them winners from time to time.
Well, I mean, we had a company party when I was working for a different company, and they handed out drink tickets, and then the lushes go straight to the people who don't drink and get all the drink tickets. So some people had like 10 drink tickets, you know.
So are there going to be rules with the handing out of drink
It
tickets?
doesn't say
Stephen
anything.
is basically asking because that seems to be the normal, typical Christmas party situation, that there'll be the non-drinkers that won't just rip up their tickets and throw them in the garbage.
Right.
They'll hand them to the drinkers.
It
So the
doesn't-
drinkers will get what they need in the end, Terry.
Look for the pregnant women first.
She doesn't need that.
Then the nerds next.
Hotshot's got the learning curve down. He
done it
knows
plenty.
the food chain. He knows who to go to and when.
Got any tickets left?
And then that pregnant woman says, "No, I need them." Matter of fact, can you get me another?
Get a double.
The doc told me 1 glass of wine is okay.
Well, I don't know if these strategies, as much as these corporations in America are trying, Terry, I don't know if this is going to be the out-and-out answer
Well, yeah.
to all these drunken stupors that people will get into at their office Christmas party.
Well, they also claim that they are going to make employees
Because-
pay for their drinks as well.
For all the reasons we mentioned, plus the fact that you have people like Jimmy Fred who sells his drink tickets for lunches, you have a lot of means by which you can get your hands on these drink tickets, Terry.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to our office Christmas party, Terry?
Can't wait.
Are you going to make a Terry Free cameo?
I'm going to make a concerted effort.
Wow. A conservative effort? Or?
Concerted effort.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Sure.
To see you there and steal your drink tickets.
Can't wait.
Yes.
I was wondering, too, if you
Oh,
could
dear.
set odds on whether or not Terry will be there.
Oh, geez.
Because you...
Is it that important
you
that I
are-
come?
you wanna-
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to T-Man.
You want to put a lot of money on her not showing up.
I'm just curious.
Because it's a Terry Free thing to do, to pretend like she's going to be there and then just not show up, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I think if at some point if it was me losing money, then she would show up just to spite me. But
Right.
I think that the odds are heavily against her favor of showing up.
Mm-hmm. Terry, your track record is such that he feels very strong that you will not be there.
Okay, well, good for him.
There you go.
And,
Now, when I say I'm not going, I never go.
Oh, geez. Let's go to the phones. You're on the air. Hello.
T-Man,
Yes. Hi. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I have a question for you.
Okay. Well, we just started taking questions a couple of weeks ago, so you're doing well. What can we do for you?
I sort of messed around with my friend's husband, and I want to know how I can...
No, you don't sort of
Not
mess
tell her.
around with your
No,
friend's
you don't.
husband. Either you mess around with your friend's husband, or you do not mess around with your friend's husband.
Okay, I know. What's
Should
the
we
sorta?
should we assume that you messed around with your friend's husband?
Yeah, I did.
Now, is this your best friend, a good friend, a casual friend, a mere acquaintance? Where does this person fall in?
She's a bi friend.
She's a bi friend? What does that mean? She's a bisexual friend?
Yes.
Well, that doesn't really give us as far as the status, as far as your closeness to her that we were looking for. Is she a close friend, a best friend, a casual friend? You're going to stick with bi friend. Hello? Oh, there she goes. Unbelievable. Do you got a number there? Good. Call her back.
Yes.
You don't just throw out bi friend and
Hang up.
get on with your day.
Track you down.
Damn it.
Use an open line. If you can find one, please use the hotline. Yes, and call her back. Man, kind of messed around with my friend's husband. Yes.
Well, if your bi friend's buying around while she's married, then, I mean, maybe she won't have a problem with it.
Well, Jimmy Fred is calling her up right now.
But she had me a bi friend.
You have her on the line.
But your cell signal's better now? All right, hold on tight. Please turn off your radio.
Likely story.
Yeah.
Hold on tight.
Yeah. Pull over now.
Are you there? You can't get away that easy these days. The old days of radio, perhaps you could get maybe cold feet in the middle of your call to a radio show and you could just immediately drop off. Not anymore. We'll find you.
Days of drifting off into oblivion are over.
Mhm.
No.
All those people
I'm
Charlie and Ty
sorry,
never
I
got the
lost
call
the
back.
signal.
Okay, we believe it, and that could certainly happen, and now you're back. So I was asking you, is this a close friend, a best friend, just a casual friend, or nothing but a mere acquaintance? Who is this person to you?
I guess a casual friend, although I was hoping it would move to something more.
Okay, so more than a mere acquaintance. She's a friend that you've had over the past number of months, maybe a year or so. You don't hang out with her all the time, but you certainly have been increasingly fond of her over the past months and maybe years. Does that pretty much sum it up, or what?
Yeah.
Or were you just friends with her and you were able to leapfrog from acquaintance to casual friend because you, from the beginning, had designs on her husband?
Wow.
Actually, I only just met him.
Ah, so you were strictly on the level with your friendship with her. You like her, and it was only recently that you met her husband that you realized, man, gotta have that.
Well, yeah, and I feel bad because I would have rather been with her, but...
Oh, jeez. All right, now, was it a situation that as soon as you saw her husband, you knew the moment you locked eyes that you wanted him, or was it different?
Sort of like that, yeah.
Well, tell me about it. How did this
There
happen?
was alcohol involved.
All right, continue on.
Well, it was at a party at their house, and there was a bunch of friends there. And really, there was only like 3 girls and like a dozen guys.
Sounds like a party I said I missed. Dozen guys and 3 girls? Oh, why didn't I get a call on that one?
That sounds like every party I went to.
All right. All right.
The guys weren't really paying attention to me, and he was really cute. And he sort of pulled me aside when she had passed out at like 10 o'clock.
When wives pass out, next Fox. All right, so it's 10 o'clock and she's passed out?
Yeah.
All right, what time did this party start? Around 7, 8, 9, what?
Probably 8:30.
8:30, and she's drinking so quick, so fast, she's passed out by 10.
Yeah.
Quite the host. All right,
It's
so...
not wine.
So when he notices his wife's passed out, he calls you over to a private room and tells you what?
Yeah, actually, we were talking outside for a while, and then he pulled me over to his neighbor's apartment where he hangs out a lot.
All right, so you left...
He actually kind of got caught by the neighbor.
You're in the same apartment building, but you get pulled over to a different apartment.
Right.
What happens next?
Well, we got caught, but the guy was really
Caught
drunk,
doing
so we're
what?
just like, it never happened.
You skipped over what happened. What are you doing to the guy?
Clothes came off.
Clothes came off, and what happened? Who serviced who?
Wow.
Or
I
was it
stopped him. He wanted to do more, and I stopped him.
Stopped him where? How? Doing what? When? With what?
Mostly...
With whom watching?
Well, how much all clothes came off, or just partial clothes came off?
Pretty much my pants.
Everything but a sock.
Wow. Not
Your
the sock.
pants came off?
Yeah.
Did you assist in the removal of your pants, or was it all
no,
him?
I was actually like, no, I don't think we should do this.
Of course you
Sure you
were.
were.
So he's taking off your pants, and you're giving him the giggly, no, you gotta stop. We can't be doing this.
While you're pushing him off.
Your wife's my friend. Keep going. Put the finger there. No, this is wrong kind of thing. That's what you were doing.
And they weren't tying up a present, I don't think, either.
And after he gets your pants off, what does he do to you?
I guess it on the air.
All right, so he does things that you can't say because they're too graphic for the ear.
Yeah.
All right, does he ever take his pants off?
Oh, I didn't get that far because I was like, actually, I don't think we should do this.
All right, so if his pants are on and your pants are off and he's doing graphic things to you, I think we can assume, we can pretty much visualize what he was doing to you, right or wrong?
Yeah, I was assuming he'd want to have sex, and he was like, no, I prefer doing this. I was like, all right.
Really? Because I don't want to cheat. So he's doing things with his... All right.
Boy,
I don't want to cheat.
that's rationalization.
No, he's a good guy.
And then a neighbor walks by and catches you and gasps, or what?
Yeah, it was the neighbor's apartment, and he actually was so drunk he didn't even know what happened.
All right, so you're in the clear there, so what happens next? So no one knows about this except you, this guy, and the drunk guy who probably doesn't even know what he saw.
Right.
All right, and when did this happen? How long ago?
Actually, a couple months ago.
Oh, and all of a sudden now you're feeling a little bit of guilt, or what?
Well, no, my friend hasn't called me anymore, but I don't know if it's because she found out or because, I mean, they're getting a divorce now, but not because of me.
Well, how often did your friend call you before this event?
Oh, every weekend we went out to bars.
All
but
right,
then
then
she
all of a
lost her
sudden,
fake
if
ID.
coincidentally the calls have stopped for the past 2 months,
No,
and she
no,
would...
no.
What?
She lost her fake ID. She couldn't go out to bars anymore, and I was her only friend that was over 21.
So she has no interest in calling you anymore because she's not going to bars. So the timing there can it could also allow you to conclude that that's why she hasn't called.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, have you called her?
I've tried. She won't call me back.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, I think most people are going to assume that she found out more than you're believing that she found out. I think she knows.
Plus, I kind of hit on her ex.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez,
And I
you
think
are
she
all
told her.
over.
She's loving every second of this,
Yeah,
too,
she
Terry.
does.
She's making it seem like she's calling because she's guilty, when in fact she keeps piling it on and enjoying every second of the account of this whole scenario.
Right.
Well, I really want to be friends with her again. I don't know how to, like, hang out with her and see if she knows I want
Why?
her to
Because
know.
there are more family members? There are more people close to her? You haven't...
Dabbled in?
Yes.
No, I don't want to do that. I just want to hook up with her, and she's not calling me.
Yes. Well, you're going to have to find a new woman to hook up with, apparently. Because she doesn't have any interest in you or your ways any longer. Unless you pinky promise.
We know what happens when you pinky promise.
Yes, as we learned in an earlier segment for those who just tuning in and feeling completely lost. Anyhow, obviously, despite the fact that you can also try to feel that the calls have stopped because she lost her fake ID, I think most people are assuming that she found out something about what you did. And even though you were telling them how wrong it was, it didn't seem like you were trying too hard to make it stop, right or wrong?
Yeah, I know.
All right. So, through it all, now that you are using hindsight, was it all worth it? Do you wish you could take it back, or what?
Well, I don't think she would have called me anymore anyway because of the bar thing, but...
Do you wish you had done more with this guy, or what?
Well, if I had known she was going to ignore me anyway, I
You
might
would have screwed him.
Might as well.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So are you hot, or what?
Yeah.
You're very hot.
I'm pretty good.
Well, where do you rank on the T-Man scale?
I don't know.
That's a good answer, because you shouldn't know. But you can try. And the scale goes as follows. From the bottom to the top. And I don't think I'll have to say too many of these rungs, Terry. A broke. Should I stop there?
No.
A doable. Should I
going.
stop there? Oh,
No.
$50.
Keep going.
Daddy done good.
Keep going.
Daddy should have his penis bronze. You already got Terry Free shaking her head no, like we way long ago passed the rung that you accurately should fall on. Player's choice.
Probably player's choice.
You're a player's choice. Now, do you know how good-looking a woman that's a player's choice is? Do you know how good-looking that woman is? Obviously,
I can guess.
You know, you have a good idea of what a player's choice looks like, and you feel you're a player's choice.
I believe so.
If you're a player's choice, this woman doesn't care that you cheated on her with her husband. If she's bisexual, she's calling you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
she is.
Yeah, I don't know about that. She's not that cute, but anyway.
Mm-hmm.
She was curious.
So
and
you're
I think she got scared.
you're way better looking than her. That's why as soon as she passed out, her husband, being the opportunist, immediately called upon you to go to the apartment nearby.
Yeah. Well, okay, you want to hear something about their marriage,
Because
though?
he's been
He
dying.
was in Iraq for like 6 months, and she had only been with him, and by the time he came back, she had been with 10 guys.
Right. All right, so she had this coming, right?
Well, you know, he pulled the whole line, oh, I love her, but I'm not in love with her, or whatever.
I could tell you guys were very close, you and this woman. You're such a good friend to her.
Yeah.
Well, she's
Not only
talking to
stealing
me
her man,
anymore.
but then trashing her when you get the chance.
Right.
She won't talk to me anymore, so whatever.
So you're hanging out with these days. What are you
Nobody.
doing? What are you doing this weekend?
Hanging out with you.
Oh, jeez. Well, I have a friend who has an apartment nearby we could go to.
Right. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know whether to let her go or what, Terry. It's kind of annoying.
Okay.
Yeah, her looks are going to be very dependent upon whether we hang out with her.
Yeah.
She got to be really hot to be that
I don't even know if Player's Choice cuts it, Terry.
Yeah. That's what her claim is, though.
Yes. But she's so annoying, I don't even know if that cuts it.
Well, do you want to hear what I look like?
Okay, go ahead. Describe yourself.
5'2", 110, 34C, brown hair, brown eyes.
How old are you?
23.
Nice little package there, Terry.
Okay.
Sounds good on paper.
Yeah, it does.
So do the
The
Seahawks.
tail of the tape works.
Your guys' phone line sucks. I can't understand you at all.
What, our phone line sucks?
Yeah.
What would you like to have be the end result of this call? What was your main inspiration for calling? What can we actually do for you?
Well, I was hoping that you would tell me a way that I could, you know, get around that I did this with her husband and just pretend it never happened and, you know, still be friends with her and figure out a way so that she wouldn't find out.
The likelihood here is the neighbor saw more than you want to acknowledge, or the husband.
Guy. He doesn't care.
I don't think the husband just admitted it to his wife.
Well, unless in like she did say that they're getting a divorce now, and so maybe you know, in a heated argument he threw out that, hey,
your goal is to get the friend back. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
All right. Well, the friend probably realizes that you're annoying, as we realize you are now, and she's not as interested in your friendship as you may think she is.
You were fun for a moment.
Yeah. Maybe if you're being honest, you're too good looking for her to hang out with. She doesn't want your because if you're cheating with her husband, even though you didn't get caught, your flirtatious ways were probably picked up on, and she doesn't want you and your style around her because it's not for her best benefit. She's moving on to other people.
Too much competition.
And if she's so ugly, why are you so interested in hooking up with her?
Yeah.
She's not ugly.
I thought you said she wasn't nearly as good looking as you. Why are you so interested
Well, that doesn't make her ugly.
Well, why are you so interested in hooking up with women who are not nearly as good looking as you? I would never hook up with someone that's not as good looking as me. Luckily, I have a whole huge pool to choose from. So why? Why would a person be so dying to hook up with a person that's not as good looking as they are?
Well, they're hard to find. I mean, bisexual girls aren't just out there like, hey, you want to make out? Usually they're like, oh, I only do that when I'm drunk.
And amongst the bisexual women out there, no one really cuts it as far as being as good looking as you, is what you're saying, so you have to lower your standards.
Well, I go more on personality, too, so.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like you're the type. You need to be stimulated intellectually by a person.
Right. If their personality is, yep, I'm game, then it's good.
All right, well, we do have some fine prizes for you.
Wow, they're getting a prize?
No. But I hope you got something out of this call. I can't wave a magic wand and all of a sudden patch up your friendship with this woman, unless you want us to call her and find out what she knows, but then we'll have to reveal the information that you cheated on her husband, or you cheated with her husband. Do you want us to call her or what?
I think she's at work.
All right, well, then I'm not Alakazam here, and I can't find magical ways to get her to call you. Unless you want to give us her work number and make us call her and paint the whole scenario out for her, what can I do?
Nah, she'd kick my ass.
All right.
Never mind.
I think every other listener wants to.
Yeah. Okay. Aw.
Thank you for the call.
All right, thanks.
Take care.
Feel free to email us pics or text messages after the show.
Oh, yeah. Hey, hot shot at a message. You want to give out your email address?
Which one?
I don't know. We get her pictures on email. Very mediocre. And you know what, Terry?
What?
There's nothing worse than very mediocre. I'll take terribly homely over very mediocre. At least it's unique.
Right.
Is there anything worse when you get pictures that you're dying to get because you made a little secret little agreement with some listener and all of a sudden they pop in your email and you open them up and it's very mediocre.
That's the best you can do.
Oh!
Why don't you go to the Army and be all you can be?
Mm-hmm.
They email you back and say, well, have you seen your pictures, by the way, guys?
You must get that a lot, Steve.
Oh. Stephen finally opening up to us. Picture 49 not serving him well.
She was beautiful. She was young. She was innocent. She was the greatest piece of ass I've ever had, and I've had them all over the world.
Cube 93.
Hella.
You're 93. You're 93.
Ho, ho, ho. Man Show on Seattle's #1 hit music station. Cube 93. The T-Man. 1-866-663-T-Man.
Well, here's an excuse you can use if you just hate to exercise. A surprising new study found it doesn't do a thing for some people.
Oh.
Researchers discovered exercise benefits people very differently. Some may have to work twice as hard to get the same results.
Wow.
After a 20-week endurance training program, some people improved their blood pressure, oxygen intake, and heart rate by 40%. Others didn't change at all.
Wow, there you go, Stephen. That's the reason you haven't worked out a day in your life. Is that right? Because you would be one of those people that didn't get any benefits whatsoever.
It didn't seem like I did.
Well done. Way to waste. Make sure you didn't waste time.
I see they got my facts on this study I sent them.
Mm-hmm. Some people can work out till they're blue in the face, Terry.
Yep.
And yet they will not have their body composition or their health status change at all.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Back to the deep fryer.
Oh, jeez. Wow. Where's our McDonald's that we ordered, by the way? By the way, not the... It's the truth. We have the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits coming, Terry.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to benefit us big time. What else is going on there, Terry? What else do you have? And then I'll go back to the phones. It's a Friday, and that means as many phone calls as we can get in down the home stretch.
Gotcha.
1-866-663-T-Man. What do you have?
Got a crazy story here about a wedding that turned into a divorce 90 minutes after the ceremony. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There are some married men out there that would call that, Terry, a good move.
Yeah, this is what happened. Seriously, just 90 minutes after the couple said, till death do us part.
Right, I know how it works, Terry.
Assault charges were being filed and divorce proceedings were in the works. Apparently, after the ceremony, the wedding party went to a pub for the reception where...
Okay. Doesn't that tell you a lot about the marriage that would have been, Terry?
Maybe so.
The reception is at the local pub.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Where everybody proceeded to get, of course, very, very drunk,
You think?
according to the groom's father.
I thought they could stay completely sober, put a couple of quarters in the jukebox, and play darts.
Yeah. That's when the new husband, who, by the way, is 23 years of age, and the wife is 40.
Yes.
He stood up and flirted with the bridesmaids.
And no 40-year-old woman who needed a 23-year-old husband to make herself feel good about herself, Terry, is going to stand around and let that happen.
Exactly.
She immediately informs him that papers are going to be filed and a divorce is going to take place.
Well, actually, she got so furious that she smashed him over the head with an ashtray.
With an ashtray.
Yes.
Terry, those pub ashtrays are not anything to giggle about.
Yeah.
They will leave a mark.
Mm-hmm. And then, yes, informed him that she was...
Nothing more embarrassing than walking out of a pub with Randy's Tavern printed across your forehead.
Right. And they're extra heavy because there's always about 600 butts in there because they haven't been emptied in about a year.
Right.
So they really hurt.
The new hubby got upset as well after being smashed over the head with the ashtray.
All right, so let's see this. Let's see if I got this straight. They walk down the aisle. They proclaim their never-dying love to one another. They go through the better or worse, sickness and health, all that fun stuff. And 90 minutes later, he gets a little drunk, starts hitting on a bridesmaid or two. And all that crap that they had spewed out just a mere hour and a half earlier is no longer in play.
Right. She canceled their honeymoon, filed for divorce.
I'm sure she missed out on quite the honeymoon.
Yeah. Right.
Where did this happen? What state, Terry?
It
did you say?
actually happened over in Europe.
Okay.
In London.
It's my favorite city. Anyhow, that sounds like quite the interesting Sunday. What else is going on there, Terry? What else is happening?
I got a story here about a couple of high school co-captain cheerleaders who got a little too tipsy before a playoff game and got in trouble after cussing out school staff and their coaches.
This is high school cheerleaders?
High school teachers.
Got themselves,
cheerleaders, yes.
Got themselves drunk before the big old game there.
Yes. And then proceeded to go out and...
when high school cheerleaders drink.
Not a good thing.
Well, it depends on who you're talking to, Terry.
Got a little tore up there and...
And started getting a little belligerent, is that right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, 1-866-663-T-Man is the number to call. Where did that happen, Terry? In London?
No, it happened in Boston.
In Boston? Mm-hmm. Wow. In liberal old Boston, huh? The 17-year-old... Did you say they were...
Two 17-year-olds, you're right there. Mm-hmm.
17-year-old girls. They were cheerleaders?
Cheerleaders. Co-captains.
Co-captains. They're supposed to be setting an example, Terry.
I know that.
Is that the example you want them setting, though?
Yes. See you at the Bellevue game tonight, Terry. You're on the air. Hello.
Oh, yeah, T-Man?
Yeah, what's up?
Well, yeah, I was calling about that old girl there that had sex with that 14-year-old boy.
Well, your phone line sucks. I can't even understand you. 1-866-663-T-Man, you're on the air. Hello.
Hello?
I wanted to throw that back at somebody, Terry.
Okay.
We always hear it.
No, yours does.
Yes. Can you hear us okay?
Yeah.
Because your phone line sounds good.
Does it?
Yes. Now, what can we do for you this morning?
I actually just have a question for you guys, and I already know what you're going to say.
Then why ask that?
Well,
This is the situation. Is
yes.
that there's a guy that I work with, and we worked with each other for about a year, and he has a girlfriend, and he has a baby, and I have a boyfriend, and I have a brand new baby.
Wow. Seems pretty fair so far.
Yeah, it does. Equal.
So recently, we decided we were going to start carpooling eventually, so I gave him my phone number.
Equal distribution of baggage. Yes, go ahead.
And we started talking, and, one thing led to another. And we've been talking a lot. I'm doing, a lot of text messaging. But then, he says stuff, but then when it comes down to it, he's like, I just want to be friends with benefits. So what?
Man, guys are actually coming out and saying that before they even get the first takedown in, or what?
That sounds like it.
Have you had sex with this guy yet, or no?
I have not.
You haven't, and man.
We meet up after work, and we,
Why would a guy throw that out there before? All right, go ahead. Continue on.
Okay, so, we met up a couple times, and, we were, kissing and everything like that. And he came over to my house on Saturday. My boyfriend was at work, and, he totally could have, took the whole thing if he wanted it, but he didn't.
What a gentleman. All right,
so I'm just, curious. I don't know, what's up.
So you have a boyfriend. This is not the boyfriend we're talking about here.
No,
How long have you been with the boyfriend?
My boyfriend, a year and a half.
A year and a half. And things are kind of languishing there. You're not so happy about that relationship, so you're looking around is what basically is happening. Is that right?
Well,
and in looking around, you found this other guy that seems to have a lot in common with you. Is that right?
Yeah, and he's been with his girlfriend for 4 years.
And okay. And your boyfriend knows nothing about you and this guy. How long have you known this guy that was over the other day and didn't take down what he was having?
We worked together for a year.
What, this? No, I'm not asking about the first boyfriend. I'm asking about this new guy.
Yeah,
a year?
We worked together.
Oh, you work together?
Yeah, I've known him for a year.
And it's evolved into something different now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he said he would...
since last week.
And he threw out at you, well, if you want to turn this into a friends with benefits thing, I could probably swing that.
Check my schedule.
But anything else would be wronging my relationship.
Yeah.
No, because, we started talking on the phone, and then we, started text messaging. And our text messaging is costing us a lot of money, and he's like, this is costing me a lot of money. And, we'll talk for, 3 and 4 or 5 hours at nighttime, when his
So we might as well do it at your place. Yes,
and
okay.
when my boyfriend goes to bed. And so I'm wondering, why would he waste his time and everything else if he just wants to be friends with the benefits? I think that he wants more than that, but he just bought a house with his girlfriend and everything else.
So you think he really has feelings for you, but he's so guarded with those feelings that he's not able to project them. Is that right?
Because he had the chance to just...
Yes, right.
Me, and he didn't do it.
Mm-hmm. So you're not believing what he's saying at face value. You think he has deeper feelings for you that either he's not allowing himself to be in touch with or he's lying about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And when he came over, who do you live with? You live alone?
I live with my boyfriend.
With your boyfriend
and the baby.
And your baby.
So where was your boyfriend when the dude came over the other night and he was able to get whatever he wanted but just didn't take that option? Where was your boyfriend?
He was at work.
He was at work. And how you weren't concerned that your boyfriend may come home?
No.
You pretty much know his schedule. You felt confident that you and him could have sex in your boyfriend's place and he would never find out.
Right.
A little too risky for me.
Okay.
And the baby and your child's not old enough to say who's this in our house.
No, my child was with his grandma. So
yeah.
And Grandma was not in the house with the child at the time, right? They weren't down the hall or anything.
No, the door was locked and it was cool.
Doors were locked, shades were drawn. It was time for you and this coworker to find out where you all stand. Is that right?
Yeah, and he came over and we were making out, and he just does he.
And you were handing over the vagina, and he wasn't having it.
No, I mean we were just was just sweetest for cuddling and kissing and making out and touching each other, but he could have gone for it, and he.
Did you feel his Johnson? Yes or no?
No.
You didn't. Why
I felt
not?
on top of my clothes, when he was laying on top of me.
All right, so you felt his full throttle Johnson pressing up against you, but not with your hands. You just felt it through your clothes.
Yeah.
All right, that's
but
important
he was,
here.
sucking on my boobs and stuff.
All right,
like
then,
a newborn baby.
and you're ready to just make it happen and close the deal. And what happens when he kind of pulls back and stops the progression?
Well, we both just kind of, we both just kind of.
Does he give you like an awkward kill breath kind of look, or what happens?
No, we just kind of stopped, and then we got on the couch and we were just like making out some more and kissing, but like didn't go any further than that. But I'm wondering.
Well, obviously he stopped it though. He slowed it down. Did he?
Well, we both kind of did.
But you said all right. Anyway, what are you hoping? What is your main question here?
So I'm just wondering, what are you guys' opinion? Do you think that if a typical man, because you guys are men, just wanted to cheat on his girlfriend and have sex with a girl, don't you think that he would have done it by now and not waste this time and waste his time talking to me every night for 4 hours?
Okay, you said you know what our answer's going to be, so let's hear it.
I think you guys are going to be like, he's just using you for sex, and once he gets it, he's going to leave.
Well, that could be easily said if he would have been opportunistic and taken what was rightfully being thrown at him the other night.
Right.
And you said he was all there, ready for to make it happen as far as on a physical level, right? You definitely felt a full throttle situation happening there, right?
Yes.
He was ready for action in that department.
Yes.
Then why would you think that I would assume that he's just looking for ass? He had the ass. It was laid on a platter for him, and he didn't take it.
So I just think that because I can't talk to anybody about it because no one we work with can know about it.
Mm-hmm.
And your boyfriend. I mean, it's hard to talk to him about it.
Oh, I touch.
So
he sticks to the ground. He sticks to the ground.
This is something else. What? If he was just after the ass, what caused him to pull back on the reins and not have sex with her when he could have very easily had it happen the other day? Was it all of a sudden he realized, I don't want to be doing this with a coworker and having to stare her stupid face, looking her in the eye every day, and knowing that that's all I wanted? Or
maybe he actually, maybe he all of a sudden felt guilty because he realized, you know what, I've been with my woman for 4 years.
That's
I
not
have a
gonna
child
happen.
together.
New baby at home.
He's already there. He's already there. That doesn't happen.
Oh, okay.
Dear, I'm giving you the options.
Oh,
Either
okay.
he all of a sudden realized, if I do what I'm about to do here, I'm going to have to, and all I want to do it is one time. I'm going to have to stare her in the eye for the next who knows how long and be uncomfortable like that, and I don't need that. I might as well go after someone at the gym if I'm going to do that.
Right.
Or he could be a gay guy, and she looks like a man, and...
No, he is definitely a man.
Those are our only two options?
Yeah, that's it? That's
Yes.
our options?
Do you have any manly characteristics?
Well, but she's claiming that she thinks that he has more feelings for her, and she...
No,
about that.
I don't buy that.
Well, I
don't
agree with
either.
you. I don't buy that either. But I'm just...
She wants to believe that,
Right.
and that allows her to keep things going in the direction they've been going, and it's allowing some kind of justification for everything that's going on, but that's not the case.
Okay.
And deep inside, she doesn't believe that
Okay,
either.
but after he left, he texts me and he's like, I miss you and I want to see you and I can smell you and I can taste you.
Wow.
Because he doesn't want you to think that he's a guy who's not a deal closer. No guy wants to be thought of like that. If you're telling us that he was capable of getting everything that night, you don't think he knows that? Of course he knows that. Guys know when women are giving him the green light.
And if he'll text message me, and if I don't write him back right away, he's like, "Are we okay? Is everything okay between us?"
Oh, this guy is a little bit over the line with the sensitivity and all that crap. Are we okay? Very insecure, very much needing to get assurance from others, Terry, which could lead to a performance anxiety kind of thing, which could, you don't realize how many guys out there won't, and women won't pick up on this, will stop the proceedings of what's going on because when it comes down to closing the deal, performance anxiety is something they're worried about. Obviously, that's the whole concept of it, and that's why they don't go for the whole package.
Do you also maybe think
Also
that...
known as gay.
Oh, boy. Do you also think that maybe, it was at, her and her boyfriend's place, so that's kind of
nothing
odd.
to do with it, Terry.
Okay.
He was there. If he had a problem with that, he wouldn't have shown up in the first place. What it very easily could come down to, I'm not saying the guy didn't have any hope in his rope. She said she felt it and all that stuff, but let's say when it comes down to it, he knows he wasn't going to have a good night because a lot of times he doesn't have a good night when it comes to sex. And then all of a sudden she's disappointed. He doesn't want her to be disappointed. He doesn't want her, after her disappointment, to look at him all weird in the office the common denominator, this all comes down to two people in an office.
Oh, okay.
And when you have that close a proximity to someone, you better be Mr. Smooth, big-time sex dude when you decide to have sex with a coworker, or else you're worried that she's getting all giggly by the photocopy machine with another coworker who she just told how bad you are. You better be ready to put out your A game. And if you're worried you can't put out your A game with a coworker, you're not having it. You're not having that sex. You'd rather not have it than have to worry about how bad you were and how many people she's going to tell in your office and who knows who else how bad you are. You don't need that. Men have very fragile egos.
When her and her friend are looking at a coffee stirrer laughing really hard.
Exactly.
He works in a different department than I do.
I don't care. You work close enough. And on top of all this, you have had this build up with this guy for a good solid year. You know how much anticipation he realizes you have over sex with him? He knows he has a lot to live up to. That could be taxing on a man's privates.
You guys still carpooling and everything?
No, we haven't started that yet. We're going to just start probably like next week or the week after that.
You wanted an honest opinion. You wanted honest answers as to why things haven't progressed to the point where you fully made him aware that they could have progressed to. I'm giving you the best, most realistic reason why.
Okay. Well, thank you.
And because of this reason, he's like, yeah, whatever, T-Man, you're way off. I'm telling you I'm right. And because of this, don't expect it to all of a sudden have a complete 180 anytime soon.
Okay. Thank you.
Geez, she's got to go quick.
I guess so.
Why do you have to go so quick?
I gotta go, actually, but thank
why?
you for your advice.
Where are you?
I'm at the store,
Mm.
but I got to go to work.
My shift is about to start.
So what are you going to do now?
I don't know. I'm just going to hang out and see what happens. Keep it low, and see if he comes around. That's what I've been doing, and
Well, were you hoping for a relationship with this guy?
I don't know. I thought that it would be okay, but now that we've been talking and stuff, I have developed more feelings for him than I thought. So.
The moral of the story is text messaging rules. Pay the costs.
He's like one night we sent 350 messages back and forth.
Wow, that's a lot.
I sent a message that adds up.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So you don't care for the father of your baby anymore?
Well, no, yes, I do, very much.
She's going to keep him around long enough until she finds something better, like a lot of people in relationships right now.
Right.
I care about him enough that I'll hang around with him until I find something better for my life.
I don't want him to fall out of a hot air balloon or anything.
That's my biggest fear.
You guys are bad. Okay, well, I got to get going.
Yeah, whatever.
You. Thanks.
You're breaking up with me, huh? Why? Was it something I did? Was I not good enough?
Are we still okay?
Hand the phone to the checker.
I give you sex once and that's what you do? You're a bitch. You're ugly anyway. You're lucky I had sex with you.
You close the deal.
Whore.
Oh, wow.
Is she a whore, Terry, or no?
Well, I'm not one of those people that, cheat on your significant other.
This is worse than a single woman having sex with all kinds of guys, Terry. There's some poor bastard that we didn't really touch on in this whole equation that's a father, right?
Yes, a father, a brand new
in a
dad.
relationship that he probably thinks is going pretty damn well or
Right.
good enough.
Yep.
Little does he know when he's at work, she's ready to hand over the vagina on a platter to some guy she works with.
Yep.
He's caught picking out sweaters for her for the holidays,
Right.
buying her gifts, picking out stupid jeans for her.
Whoa.
She's doing this.
Man, nothing angers me more than when you make a guy look like a fool. Some poor schlub out there is being made to look like a fool, Terry. It's kind of hot.
Not everybody plays it.
A lot of callers today. We're waiting for pictures, and I guess I forget to ask.
Oh.
2 chubby girls down, more calls to come. Let's go.
It's the T-Man.
If I woke up Christmas morning and I didn't have any toys under my...
The T-Man. 1-866-663-T-Man.
I think romantic is just sitting down, and I think romantic is just sitting down and what I like just chilling, me and my old lady, eating a ham sandwich.
He was born in the bayou.
Eating a ham sandwich.
With a golden spoon. With golden teeth.
I think romantic is just sitting down and what I like just...
He's a guy looking for Miss Do-Right. And in the meantime, f***ing everybody inside.
Yeah.
He's high on life. And probably something else, too. And now, the most romantic man in the land.
Just chilling.
He's the ham sandwich guy.
I say to all of the cat daddies and all of the pimp mamas, get from off your gluteus maximo and go out and buy the children to the kids their Christmas presents. And I am talking about DVDs, PlayStation 2, VCR,
Sure.
cell phones,
Got it.
gold chains, diamond rings, and all of the finer things.
It's quite the
and
list.
now, for your Friday morning, 3rd of the month, Social Security check, morning wake-up call. I say, well...
I'm too lazy to get off my gluteus maximo, Terry. Yeah.
Whoa now, whoa now, whoa now.
What's next?
Bam.
Oh, okay, good.
Hammy, should we assume, Hammy, that you're making your list, you're checking it twice, and you're going to be doing a little holiday shopping this weekend?
Well, T-Man, right now, I'm just ducked off in the cut, and I done found me a little blue bike. The front tire is straight, and the back tire is flat, and it is off the chain.
Kind of a microcosm of your world, isn't it, Hammy?
There you go.
Yes. Hammy, what are you planning on doing with the day, Friday, that is, right now? How are you going to spend it, sir?
Well, T-Man, right now I am dressed to kill, and I'm looking for a firework piece out there in the world somewhere.
Wow.
Where I'm standing at right now, I won't be able to find me a young lady, but the minute I get to traveling, that will be in my vision this morning.
Do you hear that, Terry? Hammy has on his Friday best.
Yep.
And he is going to impress everyone he comes across on this very fine winter wonderland type day.
Come across.
Mm-hmm.
And I am not afraid to speak to any married woman, single woman, or cripple.
So the spectrum is wide open as far as who you're willing to hook up with, Hammy, and he has eliminated nobody, Terry.
That's right. Doesn't discriminate.
Don't be shy, married ladies, when you see the Gold Grill in the Westlake Center area. The ham sandwich is more than happy to take you down. Wow. That also goes for single and crippled women.
Way to go,
Hammy.
And they dick token hurt. I'm willing to take them down.
So there's no degree of crippledness that would scare you away.
Left eye hurting and they right eye they can barely see.
Hey, can I sit in your wheelchair?
Yes. Ham Sandwich Man, one may conclude that he's more desperate than ever, but I feel he's always been an equal opportunity.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go.
He actually had ramps built at his house, to make it accessible. That's what you have to do now.
That's very accommodating of you, Hammy.
Well, I can tell you one thing.
Yes, Hammy.
This morning, my smile is on, so I'm hoping all the people out there in the free world don't put your game face on. Put your smile on.
Hammy's in an extra good mood this morning,
good.
Terry.
That's
and with the good cheer that's floating around every city of this country at this time of year, Hammy is no exception, and he wants to see your Gold Grills as well, ladies and gentlemen.
Now you know all them old folks out there, because today is the 3rd, and you know there's tons and tons and tons of old folks that get them Social Security checks this morning.
Yes.
So you know, T-Man, they are up early this morning for that check.
Okay, so you're not now, if we can tack on even more, you're not ruling out single, married, cripple, and old women that would like to spend a little time with the Ham Sandwich Man. You're more than willing to accompany them wherever they need to go.
Let me holler at them and let's go cash that check this morning.
Help you spend the money.
There's not an age limit that you get a little scared as far as hanging out with, as far as women are concerned, Hammy?
T-Man, we can do the thing.
What if a nice 73-year-old woman would like to enjoy your male presence this evening?
Well, I'm going to tell her, well, look, when is your next birthday? Because right now you're looking good to me.
Terry, he's never not been the charmer, Terry. He has always had a way with words. Yes. He is the ham sandwich man. He's out. He's about.
Woo!
And he's coming to get you, ladies.
Coming to get you.
Yes.
The T-Man.
When you're telling these little stories, here's a good idea. Have a point. It makes it so much more interesting for the listener.
Cube 93.
Y'all been asking where to go. 18 years.
3. The T-Man. 1-866-663-T-Man.
Happy birthday! Frosty the Snowman.
Hey,
was a
if you look at your TV listings, you'll notice that tonight, all over the country, for wherever you may be listening, ladies and gentlemen, Frosty the Snowman will be airing tonight at 8 p.m. Is that right?
8 p.m. on CBS.
On CBS.
All
right.
Can't wait. Must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found.
Now, the funny thing about Frosty the Snowman is I have it on DVD. I've had it for the past 2 years, Terry. I could watch it any day or every day for the past 2 years, commercial-free.
Right.
And yet, because it's on TV tonight, I'm very excited and we'll watch it. How does that make sense to me or anyone? How do I make sense out of that? Why am I excited about Frosty the Snowman being on tonight, Terry? I have it on DVD. I can watch it at any time. I can watch it all day, every day.
Bringing back those memories.
I haven't watched it once. It's still in the plastic. But the fact that it's on TV tonight.
Down to the village with a broomstick in his hand.
Now, back in the day, Terry.
Yes.
They used to have the Grinch, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, on at 8 o'clock, and Frosty would follow it up with a nice 8:30 to 9 o'clock little deal.
Right.
But that's not the case anymore. They don't package the Grinch with Frosty anymore. Now they give you Frosty at 8 to 8:30, followed by Frosty Returns.
Yeah. Only
sequel to that.
A moment. Come on. He heard him holler.
What is it, The Godfather? You need to have a sequel? Yeah. I think that might.
Frosty go. Over the hills of snow.
Can you explain what I just asked of you, Terry? Can you tell me why I'm excited to watch Frosty tonight?
The only
and yet I can watch it at any time that I damn please,
Like
and
I
I
said-
could care less.
I know. The only explanation I can give is maybe it just brings back those memories of when you were a young
Sitting
boy.
there with the family.
Sitting
Terry?
with the family.
I don't know why I couldn't think of that myself. You nailed it.
Well, you're saying, don't you cry.
What's that now?
You're trained that way the first, 10, 12 years of your life.
We missed Frosty's message.
It says Happy St. Patrick's Day at the end. I've already heard
Yes. When that hot little blonde cartoon
little girl,
cries in the greenhouse, Terry, over a puddle of what was Frosty.
Right.
That's where I climb it. Oh, jeez. That's where I remember the days. Terry, she's a hot little cartoon character, all right?
Okay, fine.
She was all through my life.
All right.
I'm sure those feelings will be renewed tonight. Frosty picked the best one, of course. And he goes traveling to the North Pole.
Yeah.
As long as she's back before supper, she can go. Right. 1-866-663-T-Man is the number to call. You're on the air. Good morning. Oh, jeez. We have a heavy breather on the line.
Just gonna ask you what you're wearing.
You're on the air. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm calling because you had a lady on the show she said that some guy, she was messing with at work. And, he totally, she was all making out with him and he didn't go any farther.
She was laying it out there on a silver platter. You ever put your vagina on a silver platter? Of course you have. Guys know when that is the case.
It looks so nice.
He knew it was there, Terry. A little side of green garnishes and you're good to go. Now, Why can you relate?
I can relate to that because one of my friends that I met in my apartment, he's the same way. Like, we've been talking and everything, and we've been hanging out, and same situation happened. He invited me over to his house, and
you laid the VJ, you laid the VJ out on a platter for him, and you made it clear that it was for the taking, and he didn't go for it.
Exactly. Like, he was just like all into me, and there was just he didn't even go for it. And so I don't understand, like, what the whole situation, why he did that, you know?
He lives in your apartment building, is that right?
Yeah.
Common thread here, Terry, is same office building, same apartment building. Right. These things hit you clearly when you're just about to pull it out, Terry. And then you start realizing, all right, maybe I'm not quite the man that I always talk myself into that I am. You start to get a little reluctant when you're messing around with someone a little too close to your home base. Home base is work. Home base is your home. Right.
And what I don't understand is he's so hot. Like, I don't understand. Like, I would never think of him as being gay, but I mean, I'm starting to have a second.
You sound really disappointed. You sound
like,
really.
Maybe he is gay.
Can you sound any more unfulfilled than this woman sounds right now, Terry?
I don't think so.
Well, if it could cheer you up at all, Frosty's on from 8 to 8:30 tonight, followed by Frosty Returns.
Yes.
8:30 to 9.
Can't wait to see Year Without a Santa Claus either.
Mm-hmm.
That was on last week.
I have that on. Was it on?
I think so, yeah.
Well, Rudolph was on.
I have that on DVD, too.
Do you?
Nothing like claymation. All right.
All right. It looks so real. When they scoot across the floor.
I'm sure you only called to commiserate with the last caller, right? There's really nothing we can do, as you're aware of, right?
So do you think, like, he might be gay?
I don't think he's gay. He wouldn't. I mean, unless he's really living the lie gay life, and he's trying to convince himself that he's heterosexual, and then it comes smacking him in the face. The reality does at the moment where he pulled back. No, I think it's more likely that he was a little bit scared. He wouldn't be able to pull off his A game that night. And he didn't want to have to stare at you.
That was like his whole point, inviting me that
He didn't
night.
want to have to bump into you in the mailroom. He didn't want to see you at the front door. He doesn't want to see you near his safety spots.
No, his brother was there and his girlfriend too. Like, it was just like a hangout, you know, like type of just, you know, drinking and just hanging out. And he
All
just
right.
totally didn't even.
If you're not buying this, then it could be you have to douche. All right? What else do you need me to say?
Maybe he wanted to cultivate a relationship with you and just didn't want to put out on the first night.
That's the thing. Like, he still calls me. Like, he still like wants to go out to the club, take me out and stuff.
All right, I'll tell you what. Since you sound so depressed over this whole thing, why don't you come down to the station? You'll put your vagina on a platter, and you'll see what happens next. All right? If you need to, but douche first. All right? Okay. Thanks for the call.
Because the green garnish can only do so much.
Yes, the parsley can only masquerade so much.
What sort of side dishes will we be enjoying with our platter tonight?
Yeah, that's important.
Okay.
Stephen wants the side.
Stephen, if you want to bring your own gravy boat, that's fine.
Parmesan mashed potatoes.
Oh, my God.
1-866. I don't even know what that means. 663 T-Man is the number to call. You're on the air. Hello.
T-Man.
Yes.
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing, dude?
Not too bad, not too bad. Hey, I'm calling about that girl that just called in, the girl before that's planning on cheating on her girlfriend with a coworker.
Yes.
I think you could be right, and the guy's afraid that he's not going to perform well. I think it's a ploy. I think it's a ploy. I think he wants to build up credibility and maybe some power over her.
Why? Why would a guy turn down when she's throwing it out there on this silver platter? What do you need to? Oh, I gotta build up more good. Why? You're there.
But
what are you talking about? You know what?
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Oh, geez.
You really are a hero.
That's what these ladies sing when these guys walk out of their homes after they laid it out on a platter for them, Terry.
Mr. Grinch.
Yes.
You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel.
Oh, that's another option I didn't think of. He's a bad banana with a greasy peel, Terry. Terry.
Yes.
These T-Man, you're not getting it. He's trying to build up points with her.
Yeah,
so he can get, like, her completely vulnerable. Why? What else does he need to have happen? She's throwing it on a freaking platter. Are you guys listening?
It's already there.
Mission accomplished. No, he's got to earn more points. Got to have more points. What are you guys talking about? It's a world gone crazy, Terry, and I just wasn't informed. Is there a memo somewhere here that I can see?
Probably.
Crocodile, Mr. Grinch. Given the choice between the two of you, I'd take the seasick crocodile.
These ladies are more desperate than I thought, Terry. All right.
Mr. Grinch.
I heard something about it.
You're a nasty, wasty skunk.
Oh, jeez.
Your heart is full of unwashed socks. Your soul is full of gunk, Mr. Grinch.
But could you be over at my apartment by 8 o'clock?
Words that best describe you are as follows.
Yes.
And I quote.
Oh, jeez.
Stink.
Got it.
Stank.
Sure.
Stunk.
Ow. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
She's heard that a few times.
Yeah, I'm just calling about the girl that just called on the phone that sound really disappointed.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's calling about that caller, yes.
I just want to say that maybe the guy she don't follow too because she was...
All these women now feel safe in calling, saying, yeah, that happened to me too, T-Man. I laid it out there, and the guy walked out on me. You there? Hello? Oh. I guess we walked out and heard.
Yeah, so...
Oh, you would not find many callers calling about that, Terry, until they feel a little bit of a safety in numbers kind of thing. Oh, yeah, she's calling about that? Okay.
Oh, good. Somebody I can relate to.
Yes. Now I can tell my story.
Yeah.
T-Man, I dressed it up. I danced it out there. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And he walked out on me, and I couldn't believe it, and I haven't been able to tell anyone until this day.
Danced it out there?
No, the top hat, Terry, the cane.
Well, you can catch your vagina in the chorus line.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime da. And he didn't want it after I was sure that he was there for that reason.
Yeah.
That's got to be troubling for anybody, not to mention a woman, Terry.
Right.
Bad enough when a guy thinks he's going to get it and the woman says no. Most of the time he just rapes her and gets himself in trouble.
Right.
The woman is just left feeling like, what the hell just happened? I da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. And he's gone.
Need to get a better act.
Is that what it is, Stephen?
I think so, yeah.
That's why all these guys are going to Vegas to see a better act. I see.
The T-Man.
Say good night to the bad guy.
Cube 93.
This year, when I...
The T-Man. 1-866-663-T-Man.
Made out of coal. Frosty the Snowman.
I must get busy. Terry.
Yes.
When I was 8 years old,
Yeah?
I remember this like it was yesterday. When Frosty the Snowman was on, after the Grinch was done, once the Frosty the Snowman part of the hour special was completed, I remember I cried.
Aw.
And why did I cry, Terry?
Why did you
Because
cry?
I knew I wouldn't be able to see Frosty the Snowman for a good, solid 365 days, Terry.
Yeah.
Not the case anymore.
No?
If I were born and was 8 years old now, I could watch it every day, every minute.
Yeah, DVDs have kind of ruined everything.
It was kind of special that I cried in the bathroom, my mom knocking on the door, a prelude for things to come, wondering why I was crying alone. And I told her because Frosty just ended, and I'm not going to be able to see it for another year.
If you
Down to the village, and a broomstick in his hand.
Good. Keep going. I like it.
You see, Frosty was made out of Christmas snow.
Oh.
I have a bowl of ice cream and a pillow right now on the floor. Listening to you.
That's why I'll be watching tonight.
Very good.
It's cool how you used to wait 8 years to see a movie on TV.
Yes.
No, I mean, it's just like the old days are not like they are. DVDs have ruined the world.
Well, that changed quickly in the 80s, but yes, if you saw movies in the 70s.
Right.
How old were you in the 70s, Steve?
I was young.
Anyhow, like pick a movie that you saw in the 70s that you were
Star
dying.
Wars.
All right. You would have to wait 5-6 years for it to be on TV.
Right.
Now, 2 months on DVD.
Exactly. With the director's cut.
Frosty was made out of Christmas snow.
What kind of snow was
Cool! So I built my own snowman outside.
I know. How many kids did after seeing
Put my
Frosty?
dad's old hat on it.
Hoping for the Christmas snow.
Hoping that I'd hear the words coming out of his mouth, letting me know that I myself had created quite the magic of... never mind, it's not queuing up. Thanks a lot, Pasty. It's queued up? Yeah. Oh. I hear these words, Terry. There's too much of a build in there.
Never happened.
After all that build up, it's not going to work. Anyhow.
Said you got a beating for ruining your dad's hat?
Get
that off there.
Spanaway, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Fine. Just a little tired.
Oh, yeah? Why? You're tired of devising ways to take over your school?
I'm out of high school.
Is that you? Hearing about all these plots?
I know.
Going on at Spanaway Lake High?
No, not in school right now. I'm using the speakerphone because it's hard to hear you guys over the phone.
All right, what can we do for you?
I just want to make a comment on something. This is something I've been thinking about for the past couple of weeks because I've got a gentleman that's doing the same kind of thing that...
Man, all these women, Terry, it's amazing. These women would never individually have come out and told us that they laid the VJ out on a platter only to have the guy walk out on them.
Yep.
It happens, obviously, more than anyone would imagine. And now women are hearing from other women that it happened too. They're not the only ones. Phew.
We created a support group.
But I've got actual sense on it.
You're talking on speakerphone, and you may be able to hear us better, but we can't hear you that good. So you want to pick up the phone or no?
Can you hear me now?
No. Hello?
Can you hear me now?
That's better.
Okay, sorry about that.
What can we do for you?
Okay, every guy is always, their game is either subconsciously or it's going to be set on forth, and it's going to allow them to, act as if no other guy does. It's just on one, we don't usually expect. So when they actually get us reeled in, then they've got us hooked, and then that's when they start playing the mind games.
What the hell are you talking about?
When the guy, when they do all those things, they act like it's something sacred, or they act like something's going on that's,
Yeah.
they're told like they're being a woman.
Guys are very deep and strategizing. I understand.
Well, this is majoritized because everything's majoritized. You have to understand that.
Majoritized?
I have a list, damn it.
You have a lisp?
That doesn't explain the bad grammar. The mispronunciation of words completely.
That wouldn't explain you making no sense.
All right.
Majority, or I can't say the
Yes,
word.
majority of guys what?
Majority of men
Yes.
are not the ones that take it for sacredness. They do maybe to an extent in their own.
All right, go back to speakerphone. I'll talk to you later.
How about speak and spell? That's where she should go next. Learn how to say words.
Leapfrog, look into it.
They're leaving because they can't talk to you.
You're on the air. That's no reason to leave, Steven.
Yeah, it's because of her lips. That's why they're leaving.
You're on the air.
Hey, can I hear my famous boss?
What?
I wanted to hear that part on Frosty, Mr. Heatmeister. Remember that part?
All right. Now, if you can't get it straight, then I can't help you, sir. Frosty and Heatmiser are not the same show. Come on.
Get it together.
Heatmiser's a year without a Santa Claus.
That's right.
Have respect for Heatmiser and Freeze Miser, would you please?
Okay.
Man, I'd rather talk to the woman with a lisp
She made more
than
sense.
people who don't know their Christmas specials.
That's right. Because Mrs. Claus had to go see Mother Nature.
How were you all raised? Man. Mrs. Claus was actually very fearful of meeting Mother Nature.
I
Sarah.
know that.
Boys, boys! I won't do it. Me neither. I think anyone knows what I'm talking about. I think to the entire audience, I have a lisp now, Terry. You're on the air. Good morning.
Yeah, where's that puke face kill breath at?
Oh, jeez.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
God, he's a
Puke face Kilbreath, are you around?
I am around. Yes.
Wow. He does answer to Puke face Kilbreath, apparently.
Wow.
He's here, sir. What can we do for you?
Why are you so much better than all the callers? Mr. Morality, Mr. Morals. Explain to me why you're so better than everybody else.
When did I say I was better than everybody else?
I called yesterday about my child support issue, and then after I got off the phone, you ran your mouth.
You called yesterday about what?
My child support issue, and then after I got off the phone, you ran your mouth and said you didn't agree with me. Well, please enlighten me, Mr. Kilbreath. Why don't you agree with me?
Well, why don't you refresh me as to what I didn't agree with?
Well, you should know. You're the one running your mouth.
Well, there was a lot of calls about child support people. I don't know which one you're talking about.
I owe $18,000, and I'm going to do 30 days in the county.
Down to the village.
I think all I said was I agreed with everybody else who said, that's a big hole that you got yourself into.
Oh, jeez.
Is that not true?
No, I specifically heard you say that you didn't agree with me.
Agree with you about what, though? You're not saying anything.
Oh, this is the guy you called a stupid douchebag, remember, Steve?
Right, yeah.
This is the guy who said if he was here live in the studio yesterday, Stephen, you'd have kicked his ass. That's the guy. He's back on the line. Yeah,
those are things I say.
Well, the guy wants some answers, Stephen.
Well,
Why aren't you answering the man?
I'm asking questions. I don't know. I'm asking him what he's specifically talking
You're
about.
only proving his point that you are a puke face.
Yeah.
That's helpful. Well, what specifically did I not agree with you on? I don't understand.
Well, that's what I'm trying to understand. What is you?
Well, you don't have any accusations. You're just saying I'm a puke face. You don't have any proof of anything that I said, or what your problem is.
You gotta take that from him, caller, from a puke face.
The problem I have with you is you seem to think that you're Mr. Morality on the show. And T-Man, how can you work with this puke every day?
And tell me why that is, though.
We quarantine him, so it's not contagious.
Tell me why that is, though. Why do you feel that way?
Because
What did I say yesterday?
Every day you chime in with your worthless 2-cent comments.
Is it worth that much, sir?
But specifically, what are you talking about yesterday? See, you have no example. That's where I feel that there's a problem.
He usually make change for Stephen when he gives us a 2-cent comment. Sir, he's asking you a question now. Do you have any response to that?
You said you didn't. You said you disagree with me, and I want to know what you
though? On what do I disagree with you on? That's what I want to know.
Your face is getting a little irate here.
You don't piss off people.
I mean, you're not saying anything. Oh, yeah, gee, exactly.
Oh, wow. You showed him, man. I believe you. You can kick his ass.
Well, no, I don't understand what he's saying. You disagree with me, but what did I disagree with you on?
I explained what my situation was, right? Do you remember?
I don't. There was several callers yesterday.
Whatever.
Weren't there?
Yes, but I can remember all of them by rote.
By what?
Look it up. Caller, are you going to get anywhere with puke face or no? Because
I guess
we're starting to go around in circles here. He's not. He's pretending like he doesn't know what you're talking about, and you apparently can't.
You said that you have $18,000 in back child support. I said that's a lot, and I wondered how you got in that situation, as did everybody else.
Yeah, you wondered why, and you chimed in with your worthless 2-cent.
But everybody else felt the same way. But I'm the puke face.
Call me freeze miser.
Well, how come that is? How come I'm the puke face when everybody else agrees?
Turns to snow with my clutch.
Well, you wouldn't be feeling too great if you were in my position, would you?
No, I wouldn't. But I wouldn't do my best to not get into that situation.
All I'm saying is don't downgrade people when they call the show.
When did I downgrade you?
He's Mr. White Christmas. He's
I never did. All you did is call up and name call. I mean, that's pretty smart.
How would you like it if you faced 30 days over Christmas?
How would I like it if I did what?
You were looking at 30 days in the county over Christmas.
I wouldn't like it, but I wouldn't have done something to get myself into that situation.
Exactly, because you're Mr. Morality. You're the rich white Republican.
I'm too much.
It's good to know you're rich now.
It's good to know that only rich Republicans
How's
don't.
your hubby?
Only rich Republicans don't break the law. Is that it? I mean, you must have done something to get yourself into county, right?
Again, I explained myself. I paid what I could, and that wasn't good enough.
Well, apparently there's a law against that, and then if you end up in jail because of that, how is that my fault?
Stephen, you're very condescending in your tone.
How is it my fault, though, that the guy's going to jail?
I think the guy, what he's just trying to say is he doesn't like you.
Well, that's apparent.
I
mean,
And he's going to take all his anger out on you, and that's the way it's going to be.
Sure, I can empathize for your situation, but
you
maybe...
don't empathize with
But
the
maybe-
situation. That's the point.
No, listen to me. But maybe, there are things that have gone on that have brought you to this situation, and that's not my fault.
You better never get caught on the wrong side of the law, Kilbreath.
If I break the law, I should be punished to the fullest
Well, you
extent.
better hope that never happens, because there's guys on the inside who are waiting for your arrival.
That's right. Don't drop the soap.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're attracted to Kilbreath.
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch, I'll put in your 2 words. You're a real puke face, too.
Wow.
So we'll hear it on Monday.
Stephen?
Yes.
You're obviously loved.
I agree with everything you say. It's a terrible system.
You're a regular tough guy. You want to have the final word?
You want me to take you down now, T-Man?
Oh, please. Please.
I want to see that.
I'm begging you to leave me alone. Okay. Happy birthday!
The T-Man.
Dad, you can't just come up here. I'm in my bra.
Settle down. I've seen better.
Cube 93.
The T-Man. 1-866-663-T-Man.
I really am a mean and despicable creature at heart, you know. It's so difficult to really change.
Difficult? Why, look here. Changing from bad to good's as easy as taking your first step.
Is that right?
Put one foot in front of the other. And what? And soon you'll be walking across the floor.
Is that right?
Put one foot in front of the other. And what? And soon you'll be walking out the door.
Oh, is that how it works there?
You never will get where you're going.
Yes.
If you never get up on your feet.
Well, that sounds logical.
Come on, there's a good tailwind blowing.
Yes, I feel it on my ass. Feels nice.
A fast-walking man is hard to beat.
You wanted to hear this one, Terry? This is your request. This is Terry's favorite, ladies and gentlemen. Ah, yes, this is big in Eastern Washington.
You'll be walking across the floor.
Is that right?
Put one foot in front of the other.
And what happens next?
And soon you'll be walking out the door.
Well, that sounds like progress. Mm-hmm. Yes.
State Patrol is never that nice to me when I get pulled over.
I know.
It never comes out like that for some reason.
Okay, final seconds. If we go to a couple of calls, you won't have much time, but you're on the air. Hello.
Hello,
Oh,
T-Man.
jeez. Yes. You sound very excited. You just put one foot in front of the other? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, you're on. Go ahead.
Oh, I am. I'm sorry. I was confused. I want to get off the whole deadbeat dad thing and back to the hoo-ha on a platter with parsley.
Oh, jeez. The hoo-ha on a platter with parsley, man. If I see that on a menu later today, I'm going to be very excited. What about the hoo-ha on a platter with parsley with a side of garlic mash?
Well, I tell you what.
Parmesan.
Yes.
I'm a nurse, and I have the answer for all these poor women out there.
You're a nurse?
I'm a nurse.
All right, what's the answer?
The answer is, can you say erectile dysfunction?
Well, you might have concluded that was the case with all these women that called earlier that had their hoo-ha on a platter with parsley, and the guys didn't take it. But, I mean, this is the age of Viagra. This is the age of Cialis, right?
Cialis, yeah.
And what's the one that Mike Ditka's all smiling about?
Levitra.
Levitra. This is the age of Levitra. So, I mean, everybody in the world can get an erection these days, so
Well, you know what? Okay, I understand that, but it also could be...
Although you don't want to... Oh, geez. Oh, all of a sudden the nurse is changing her diagnosis. Although I imagine when you're with a new woman you're about to take down for the first time in her apartment, like the caller first told us about, that had all the other follow-up calls call about, I don't think you want to pull out the Viagra like it's in a Pez dispenser and sit there chewing away in front of her, right?
But the first woman said she could, feel the guy was
Right,
okay.
because you asked.
But
You
that
asked
doesn't
about
mean that it's going to be a everlasting gobstopper.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
He's like the intermittent on the windshield wipers.
Yes.
Every now and then comes on when you need it or not.
But for anyone who's feeling a little bit of reluctance
Yeah?
in that area, just keep one thing in mind.
It's so difficult to really change.
Right. Difficult?
Smile at me when you laugh like that.
Why, look here. Changing from bad to good's as easy as taking your first step. Put one foot in front of the other.
Yes.
And soon you'll be
High-intensity claymation action, Terry.
Put one foot in front of the other.
It was pretty simple back in those days, huh, Terry?
Be walking out the door.
I don't know if this flies today.
Never will get where you're going if you never
Stephen, why do you got to be so pompous?
on your feet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Come on, there's a good Texas wind blowing.
Let it go.
A fast walking man is hard to beat.
Except by a jogger. Okay, there you go.
Son of a bitch, you know